Hey little stars, it's me, Link, and welcome back to my channel. I have a very spontaneous upload for you guys today. I'm going to be reviewing and giving my opinions for the cards of the latest set, Heirs of the Omen, with my friends. So introduce yourself, guys.
Hi, my name's Erica, and I've been playing Shadowverse since 2016, basically on launch, and I've been playing basically Forestcraft throughout the entire duration as well. Sometimes playing some other stuff when I find some decks interesting.
Hi. If you remember me from the very last set review we ever had, hi. I I'm a feeling fit, but hi. If you haven't been here, hi. I'm Kay. I play Shadowverse since like 2019. Since I don't remember the sets like Dawn of Calamity, whatever that set is. I'm a Portal main that's a fake one. I'm a Sword main. I'm a fake Portal main because I only play Sword in this fucking game.
And hi, I'm Misty. I've played this game since like 2020, so probably the youngest amount of time. I dabble in Sword, Forest, and Abyss.
That's my co-host for today, guys. And if you didn't know me, I am Link, and I've been playing Shadowverse since 2022, and I am a Haven and Runecraft main. So, right, let's get this started. I don't want this video to be too long. We're just gonna be blitzing through some of the cards that are kind of like take two-ish, or if we don't have much of an opinion of. We're gonna be rating um the significant cards around a scale of 1 to 5, and then just overall giving our general thoughts of the class as a whole and in each individual card. So we're starting with Forestcraft, obviously. It's just like Misty and Erica's domain. So we're starting off with Devotee of Unkilling, which is a 2/2/2 bronze with a fanfare, debuff an enemy follower by 1 defense, and then you do that on Evo. For me, I think this
Yeah,
card is cheeks. I think it's whatever. Like it's kind of like that Dragoncraft card, like the lizard that just deals 1 damage on fanfare. Like I guess it's just that. Like it's not bad, but it's really not Forest's what Forest needed. That's my opinion.
I personally think this is like a 3 out of 5, bordering 4 out of 5, because I think a 2 that debuffs something by 1 could could be really good depending on how the meta shapes up to be, because there might be a lot of like one health guys going around, or sometimes you want like a better trade with your fairies. This kind of acts like, in my way, I kind of see this like a alternate fairy fencer, because fairy fencer is a 2/2/2 that adds a fairy to your hand. So it in a way it also deals the same amount of damage, because this one front loads it. I think this card could be pretty decent actually, just because it's a
I
2/2 and it helps you control the board a bit more.
mhm. Yeah, I also think it'd be pretty decent, just because unlike the lizard, it has the evolve to do it again, so it can actually have her two instead of just one. So it definitely has its niche uses, a tiny bit more than the lizard, but it is kind of, I will say, yeah, like 3.5. I agree with Erica.
You run this against Sword and then think about it for a second.
You run this in sword and you think about it for a second. Yeah, basically.
You
Hmm.
your opponent plays Luminous Lance Trooper turn 2. You play this, suddenly they can't get rid of
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah, pretty
Have
much.
fun.
It also clears Ignominious Samurai and another card that's in the Swordcraft I got from the set very easily. So I think it's actually not that bad.
All right, let's move on. Yeah, Bearer of the Fairy Blade. This is Amataz's quote unquote heir. So she has the ability whenever an allied pixie follower enters the field, give this follower +1/+0. All right, I'm just gonna say it. Like why again? Because to
Big
me,
ass card, bro. Big
like
ass
what?
card.
Like this is
This one is kind of cheap.
yeah. This one is like a
If it had
one.
like rush, if it had a rush, it'd be good.
Yeah, like one for
I
me.
think
What?
I think this card is I genuinely think it's like a so here's the thing. When I first read this card, right? When I first read this card, I thought it's a whenever a pixie follower enters the field, give that follower +1/+0. And I was like, holy shit,
Oh,
Fairy Force might be saved. And then I reread it again, and I was like, wait a second, this says give this follower +1/+0.
Yeah,
And I cried a little bit inside
Wait,
and realized
okay.
it does not have rush. I cried a little bit inside, realizing it does not have rush. We don't have anything in Forestcraft to give it Storm,
yep.
and and like on the off chance you play this on turn 2 and you turn 3 go Convocation Fairy or something like that, sure. But at that point, why not just go Convocation turn 1 and play Amatats on turn 3? And
Yeah.
even if you do that, sometimes it won't do jack shit.
Yeah, like
Like
I don't think there's much
this
to be
card
said.
really just needed a rush reward. It
Mhm.
really
It-
just
they
needed a
should've-
rush reward, and it was perfect.
You're going
Yeah,
second. You play this. No, you're going second. You play this card turn 2. You're fighting Saw. Of course, you're fighting Saw. Everyone's gonna play Saw next in this subject matter. You play this turn 2.
yeah.
What happens? Turn 3 Vols, you die.
Oh,
That's like a
hello, Roy.
2.
We have
It's
an
like a 2.
unexpected guess in the video. Okay, next we have Bestial Swipe. So 2 play point bronze spell, deal 4 damage to an enemy follower, and then combo 3 draw a card. Okay, so this, I think this is like, I don't know how to say it. Like I feel like this is like a take 2 card for me.
They literally just keep trying to recycle Elder Sagebrush and the other card that parodied Elder Sagebrush, and it's like, stop it. We don't need 3 different cards that do almost
It's-
functionally the same thing.
Is this set 3?
Yeah, this is set 3.
Oh wow, okay. Am I down the game again?
Alright,
I love how we just have that in the background.
Alright.
We're in a community server, if you guys didn't know. Okay, so
Keep that in. Keep that in.
yeah, I mean, I'm not
Anyone
gonna
can
cut it
join
out.
any moment.
You guys can have this raw. Yeah. So this card is like, yeah, take 2 for me. Like I don't know. Like we don't. Yeah, like as Misty said, we don't need another like 4 damage ping, in my personal opinion.
So, for as the Forestcraft main, I just have to say, if you're considering running this, just play May. Just play 3 copies of
play
May.
ambush.
That's all you need.
Legit, just play ambush, bro. To me.
Or yeah, play May and ambush. That's all you need. Honestly, it's
We're gonna move on. Okay, so
One.
Supplicant of Unkilling. So Fanfare, give all enemy followers on the field or debuff them by -3 defense, and Super Evo do that same thing again. Now, I think this is okay because it's basically a
Yeah.
Salefa for the class. My problem is that it's 6 play points, but it doesn't cost Evo to do it the
Yeah.
first time. So like there's that. So
Mhm.
I think it's okay. I just don't know if Forest like really needed it, but maybe like, but I know like Unkilling is
That's
supposed
fair.
to be more of a control. So yeah, that's my opinion.
This-
You play this turn 6. Your opponent turn 7 Odins. Have fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So my super serious Forestcraft opinion on this card is that yeah, it's just a board wipe. Forestcraft does need a stronger board wipes. This is really good for the Unkilling deck, but outside of the Unkilling deck, it's kind of okay. Outside of the Unkilling deck, like if you really need a board wipe in Forest that's not in the Unkilling deck, you could probably just play the Dwarf. I think Dwarf is fine. This is slightly above the Dwarf just because it can potentially wipe more. Like on Super Evil, give the entire enemy board -6 health. Could swing the game in your favor, but then again, you are burning the Super Evo. So it's fine. I think you do max this. Like
That's a super evil effect. I just don't know. That's a super evil effect. What the?
yeah, that's a Super
Yeah,
Evo.
Super
I don't know
Evo.
why.
Yeah.
I don't know why they gave all like Forestcraft's removal shits to Super Evil, but I think it's fine. I think it's like a 3 or 4. It's probably a 3. It's a 4 if it's a 4 in the like specifically in Izudia, but like it's like a 3 everywhere else. It's like okay. Could be pretty decent in Take 2 though. I think it's
I
pretty
think this
good in
card
Take
is
2.
nuts in take 2, but yes. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Next, we have Greatwood
Mhm.
Warrior, which is basically Forest's version of Yuna from Abyss, which is last words. It's a 4/4/4 silver. Last words, add Deepwood Bounty and fairy to your hand when it dies. So, just like, but unlike Yuna, I'm not a believer of this card at all compared to Yuna.
Unlike Yuna, they don't have a ward, which makes it inherently worse, and it's always hard to manage your hand in Forest, so it just makes it tremendously harder.
Okay, so here's what I gotta say. I like that it adds a Deepwood Bounty to your hand first because I have
Yeah.
so many times when I accidentally burned the Deepwood Bounty of Lamenkarin because I had way too many goddamn cards in my hand. However, I still think this card is dog cheeks because it does not have ward. If this card had ward, and it feels like a 3/4 with ward, it would be significantly better. Well, like you could take away the one attack and make it a ward, it would be significantly better. But the fact that it doesn't have ward means it's unplayable in Roach because the most important thing for Roach on top of like besides adding cards to your hand for your Roach combo, the most important thing is surviving to the point you have enough play points to do your Roach. This does not do that.
In
This
other
says
words-
I play this, I get Zirconia.
Yeah, in other words, he's not Yuna, so therefore Moving on.
Yeah, they're not Yuna.
Trying to be
therefore
Yuna so
bad.
bad. Anyways, so we have the amulet, Hamlet of Unkilling. 3 cost silver amulet. Fanfare, discard a card from your hand and draw 2 cards. Engage for free, destroy this card, and debuff an opponent's follower by -2. I think this is great staple for Unkilling. I mean I would be shocked if this isn't a staple in Unkilling. As for
Why is this
regular
shit
forest
so
though, I'm not sure because forest has the gold spell that like fuses and draws 2, and then regular forest is Godwood, so I'm unsure of this card outside of Azudia, but like for what it does, I think it's good. I'll give it a 3 out of 5, in my opinion.
I think this card is genuinely a 5 out of 5 in Azudia and a 4 out of 5 outside of Azudia. The one thing that here's the thing that you mentioned the Godwood and you mentioned the 2 play point spell that like fuses and draws, right? The one thing that I like about this card that those 2 cards doesn't do, this also acts as removal. And sometimes I've had situations where I've drawn way too many Godwoods and they got stuck in my hand and I'm like, oh well, I have to spend 3 play points to get this card out of my hand. And sometimes I just don't draw the fuse spell. You know, like this
Mhm.
card acts as
Mhm.
it's like another redundancy for Force. It's not like draw redundancy for Force, which Force always appreciates. There has never been a situation in Force where you don't like a redundant more redundancy for draw. And also just giving something -2 definitely does help out a lot in against specifically against shit like Sword. Or against Rune, when Rune drops something like you're going first, they turn 2, drop their 2/2. You play this on turn 3, ditch your expensive card, draw 2, and kill their thing. Genuinely life saving sometimes. So I think this is a 4 out of 5 in like non-Izulia and genuinely a 5 out of 5 in Izulia. I love this card. Genuinely S tier
Yeah.
card.
Filter, so it's
Erica summed
good.
up all my thoughts.
It's filter, it's good. I think I give it a 4 or 5, and then I just look at the portal card. You'll see it. You guys will see it later. What I mean.
Okay, so yeah, I will. Yeah, you know what? I'll retract my statement of 3 out of 5. I'll give it a 4 out of 5 to be a bit more optimistic. But to me, like when I come into like card reviews, I'm like mostly pessimistic because like I have no idea like how stuff's gonna go down. Anyway, we have the gold congregant of Unkilling, 9 cost gold 4/6. This is Amalia for sword because when it enters the field, you summon an exact copy of it that has -1 defense, and you do that until your board's full and has Russian ward. So like I said, it's Amalia for
Why is it a
forest.
9 cost? Why is it a 9 cost?
Yeah, like I don't mind the fact that it's like an Amalia for forest, but at the same time it's like 9 cost and it's like it's not really like it again, it's like for Azudia, right? But at the same time, like I guess it's good for Azudia too. Like it is just a board full of ward and rush. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean it's weird. I'll give it like I'll
Okay,
let you
hear me
guys
out.
speak about it.
Okay, hear me out. Crackpot theory. This shit is -5 cost for bail.
Oh, that's how it works. That's how it works.
This shit,
Oh yeah.
this shit
No, that's not
gives
how it works.
this shit when they all die gives bail -5 cost. And
Yeah, but like at that point, your bill's already 0 cost. So why you might as give it the
Okay,
Look,
but no.
sometimes
Okay,
you-
some people
look,
draw.
sometimes-
Some people draw bail late. Some people when you draw
yeah,
bail
sometimes
late,
you
it's
drop
actually
real
really
late.
good for that.
Sometimes okay,
Like,
okay,
that's
but outside of that bail statement aside, I think this card is very okay. If I had to use a word, if I had to describe a mid forest card, this would be the mid forest card because like it's the problem like oh yeah, it's like oh, you got there,
someone's
buddy?
dying.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But yeah, this is like the definition of a mid forest card. It's fine. I think it's very okay. I could be wrong. I could genuinely be wrong because I thought Amalia was very okay initially because I was like, oh, people die by turn 8. Turns out Amalia was really good and like genuinely made me maul so many times. So this could be a very good card. But the main difference I see between this and Amalia is that if Amalia sticks around, Amalia has value. If this sticks around, this does jack shit.
Yeah, it's really just okay. Cool. I have 4 more attack to hit with, but otherwise, yeah. It does, yeah.
It's
Like you said, it does provide like a good late game longevity option, which actually helps a lot. And also, this thing absolutely kills it in Take Two. This thing is disgusting in
Oh,
Take
this
Two.
thing-
You're
this thing
right.
is
Yeah, this
busted
is
in
like
Take
this is
Two.
like
This
5/5, like 5 out of 5 for Take Two. Like this is
Just like
I
Amalia,
think it's a-
it's broken in Take 2. Just like
I
Amalia,
think-
it's broken
I think like just because it's worse Amalia, you should definitely consider it in early testing. But on paper, it's definitely like the most 3 out of 5 card I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Moving on, we have Erosive Annihilation. I mean, Eradicating
Oh.
Arrow for the 1 cost gold for Forest. It's give a random enemy follower in the field -1 defense and do this X amount of times where X is your combo. So yes.
You Forest players keep complaining about board white. Here's your fucking board white.
I think this card is
So basically, if
staple.
you play this on your, yeah,
Yeah, sorry, go
you,
ahead.
you play this on your roach turn, and you can make sure you clear the wards that are like going to res up your roach, and it is perfect. Like it literally helps
Like,
so heavily. 'Cause you're gonna have so much combo on your roach turn.
Finally, you
Like-
don't need Bale to actually clear wards.
No, so multiple things. One, holy shit, this is like we went from the most mid card in Force, like genuinely the best card in Force, because this is just like remember Cassiopeia? This shit's basically a Cassiopeia but better as a one play point spell. This
yeah.
shit's so good. And Cassiopeia was played in so many decks back in the day. This shit is just that but better. The fact that it's a one play point spell, I can't believe I thought if they give this effect to Force again, it'd be like 2 play points or 3. The fact that they give to a 1 play point spell, like people are gonna be, oh, did Roach get any cards that set? It got 1. Like it only got 1, but it's like the best 1 card you could ever ask for. The fact that the best part is it's a spell, which means that you don't have to worry about your board space when you play this. You can just toss it and pray to God. You know, like sure, it is RNG, but with how high your combo card is, and between the fact that you can be playing fairies and potentially some bales on your super evil turn on your roach turn, I mean, on top of Carbuncle super evil clearing something else already, this can basically guarantee you get rid of all the problems that's stopping your roach from going face.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely think this will be a staple, and if rotation magically doesn't exist in this game, which you probably will, but if it doesn't, this thing will stay in Forestcraft for the rest of its lifespan.
Yeah. And also just for the meme, play this in Rose Queen.
It is a 1 play point spell for Rose Queen. Hey.
Yeah, but like you're gonna run every single one called shit in Rose Queen. No shit, right?
Yeah, this card's 5 out of 5 for me. Like I don't need to explain much. I'd be really
Yeah.
surprised if this didn't perform well in the when the set comes out.
Guys, look, if this card isn't a 5 out of 5 by the end by like let's say like the end of the season of season 3, I will play I will climb to Grandmaster with Jerry in season 4.
Deal. Anyways, we have Cruel, the heir to Unkilling. So she is 4-drop legendary 1/3 with fanfare debuff all enemy followers by -2 defense. She has ambush, and once on your turn, when an enemy follower is given minus defense, you restore 1 defense to your leader. And super evolved, give your opponent the crest that whenever an allied follower enters their field, it gets -1/-1. So first off, I would like to thank you so much for giving me another crest in Crest Haven. I very much appreciate giving allowing me to give me that. But in reality, but for real though, I think this card has potential. Like it doesn't read very like crazy, but like this crest could save lives. Like I don't know. Like I feel like this could save lives. Yes.
Okay, hey, so remember how we were talking about that 6 play?
It what?
It's anti-Cerberus.
Yeah, it's anti servers.
Yeah.
It's also anti.
You still die
so-
to the thing. You're still dying to the thing sick.
Also, it's like anti like Cynthia, and like it's basically anti Forest, like anti Mirror. Because
And
like
it is anti-mirror. I will say this
Anti-Uncan.
this card reads to me as both just a solid card in general, but also just like I think that you would play this. No, you're fine. I think that you would play this in Forest generally. I think it's like at first I thought it was mid, but then the more I thought about it and sad about it, I thought it's actually pretty good. It's a 4 out of 5 for me. And it's a 5 out of 5 in the right metas, but it's a 4 out of 5 generally. Just because like remember how we were talking about the 6 play point silver guy that is a board wipe for Forest? This is that but earlier. It helps you deal against your worst problems, which is aggro. You know, you like if you're really that scared of aggro, you can play Apollo and this. Like Apollo is genuinely not that bad in Forest sometimes, depending on what you see a lot of. I teched like 1 or 2 Apollos in my Roach list when everyone was coping around, like hopping around with sword, it's still on my consideration list because it's just like anti-sword. And this card is the most anti-sword card I've read in my entire life, and I love it. The super evolve
Yeah.
is meta dependent. While the front side of it is very like general, the super
Mhm.
evolve I think is the most meta dependent thing. I think in the right situations, this card can genuinely flip a game
Yeah.
wide open, and I think it's so good. And also remember one thing: it is an ambush follower. So if you super evolve that thing, that is 4 attack that your opponent is gonna have to struggle to remove, and it's gonna make your roach so much hard or so much easier to kill.
Yeah.
I just
Mhm.
realized doesn't
And,
I just
Congrats.
realized
and
doesn't
also a great
Oh.
thing. The also great thing is its cost being 4 and the silver one being 6, so it's a great combo into the 6 cost. The one gripe I have is it only gets you 1 defense per each of your turns with the minus defense. I think it should not have that limit personally to help with longevity, but I totally get why they did that. It's just
It would be
that's
honestly,
the
it would
only
be
problem
broken.
with the card.
The thing is, with every follower you play, you gain 1 defense. Have you considered the amount of shit you can give minus X in this game? No, wait, no. The spell, because it's X amount of instances, so that's a you. If
Yeah,
you play
that would have been a
spell,
full heal. That would have been a full heal.
nine.
If it was
That's a
over
full
spell.
Okay,
heal.
okay, yeah, fair enough.
I just
I
realized
think the way to make it slightly better is just change the restore 1 defense like 2 or 3. It would have been fine. I don't
So
know why it's
guys,
1.
so
I
we
didn't
found we found the deck that beats mid-range sword, right?
Yeah.
not only does it beat mid-range sword, you don't have to worry about Orsis if you play this card.
Yeah.
I think you mean Orcus.
Oh yeah, puppets. Yeah. Oh my god.
But yeah,
It
it's
just
Oh yeah,
stopped
this is
anti-puppets.
all-
Yeah.
this is anti-puppet.
It
Well,
literally just stopped all the
anti-puppet, not anti-enhance puppet. Just so we're clear.
Yeah,
Guys, you can make a 0 attack Lloyd.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great card. 4 out of 5. Next card we have
I think it's
Izudia
great.
Annihilation
Okay.
Manifest. 1 second. Okay. So Izudia is an 8/6/6 legendary that debuffs a follower by -6, and on unevolved gets its Annihilating Onslaught spell, which basically deals 6 damage to enemy leader. But if Izudia is on field, it deals 20 damage, and every turn it reduces itself by 1 cost. So you guys start on this one for a change. This is our last
Okay,
card.
I think this card, at least from what I've read from Twitter, I think this card is being super heavily slept on. I think that, like, I keep saying that, but like Forestcraft in general is a very meta dependent like craft. I would feel from the years of playing Forestcraft, I feel like the deck has very high highs, but also has some of the worst lows in its entire lifespan. And I think that this card can shine very well in a very
Mhm.
slow burn kind of meta. Like any meta that Rose Queen would be good, this would also be good. And I think this would be better in Rose Queen in those specific metas. As
Mhm.
right now, I think it's fine. If you built the entire deck around it, I think you will be hard carried by the other legendary, your amulet, and some of the other tools you have in Forestcraft. I think it's a solid way to play Forest that's not Roach. I think it's better than Rose Queen right now. It's a very 3 out of 5 way to play something that's not Roach. But to be fair, at the end of the day, unless they nerf Roach, you are just probably gonna be playing Roach.
Yeah.
I could be very wrong. This is the thing. This is the one part in Forestcraft that I think I could be the most wrong about. I'm pretty certain about my takes for all the other cards. This card is the one I think I could be the most wrong about. Because as we've seen from Runecraft, if you can OTK your opponent from like max health to 0, that it could be just the most busted card in existence. So
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I will
No,
I-
which is pretty fair, but I will say you are correct that it is pretty slept on because most people will see, okay, you want to deal a 20, why would you ever want to deal the 6? But with his force especially, you're going to be putting them to like you have good pressures, especially with this kind of deck, so you can actually put them to 6 feasibly if they don't recover out of it, and just use this afterwards. It actually helps
that
quite a bit.
I also with the Gilney spell that we'll talk about later, that this should that could be very easily arranged with this between this and the Gilney spell. I
Okay,
think that
allow me to say the classes this deck beat. This deck beat Sword, this deck beat Sword, and maybe Abyss, maybe Abyss.
No. You know what this is? You know what this is? This is Cygame's answer to Forestcraft players who were complaining about the Ward Haven matchup.
But like you're still gonna lose the Haven edge. They're gonna super evil either, and you can't do shit.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of glad I kind of joined GC
Sure.
because I know for a
-3
fact I would have died to the 20 damage thing. I would have left that thing on board. I would
Sure.
have definitely left that thing on board next set and just die
Sure.
next turn.
Well,
I
now
would
you
much
know.
rather
You're
do.
now prepared. So yeah, Izudia I think has potential. I'm cautiously optimistic about it though, because like it's very good against anti-control, which I was crying when this card got revealed because I'm a Haven main, but then we got the Haven amulet, which we'll talk about later, so I'm like okay with this card now. I'll give this I give this guy like I want to rate him more, but I kind of like want to rate him as like a 2, because like I don't think he's too feasible, but he's not exactly like bad either. He's more just like it depends on the meta. If like the meta is like full of aggro and mid range as per usual, if like it is even like worth it or not. So I'm just being very cautious.
You see the problem. You're forced to use an evil point to get the spell.
Yeah, that's the main. Yeah, that's
True,
a
that is
really
true.
Yeah.
downside of it.
Mhm.
All
Also,
right.
I will say, just real quick, if we were to rate this out of 10, this would get a 7 out of 10. The reason why it's 7 is because he's 007. 0 good decks and 0 meta relevancy. 7 turns for you to kill.
7 turns for you to kill straight
So
up.
that finishes Forest. So what do we
Mm.
rate Forest out of like 10? Like in general, like how like do these cards help the class? Does it like all that stuff? For me, I think just freaking eradicating arrow alone like helps the class already. And then it gives the class some much needed like take 2 cards, especially Congregant of Unkilling and Izudia are crazy take 2 cards. So I'll give this like a
Mhm.
I put 10, right? So I'll give this at like a 6.5 out of 10 for Forest.
I just want to
Okay,
say this
overall.
I just want to say this before. With the new heir to Unkilling, we now know the reason why Roche has 2 defense.
But also, so overall review, very simply put, I was disparaging for the past few days because, for those people who weren't keeping up the card reviews, the card reviews for Forestcraft, we only had the Congregant girl for like 5 days, and we got the rest of the cards on the last day, which genuinely made me so disparaged for the past few days. But the thing was, when we got some of the card reviews, I was still disparaging until I saw Eradicating Arrow and Hamlet. Like the air is good, the air is solid, but between Hamlet and Eradicating Arrow, this genuinely makes me believe that Force is still playable in the set. So this honestly gets a like somewhere, I would say 7.5. This is like the between the 3 cards that save Forestcraft is just Hamlet, Eradicating, and the air.
Yeah, I agree. I'm like 7.5. I think it's generally like on the upside, thankfully, because I'm optimistic about it as someone who really loves playing Forest. So
Like a 6 for me. As a salt me, it's a fuck you out of 10.
I will say for my bros and
Oh.
girls who don't want to play Roach 24/7, thankfully Izudia is very much a turn off your brain to play that. You don't need your
Now
brain to
have
play
fun
Izudia.
pulling.
So you can just turn off your brain and play your annihilation spell and kill your opponent. You don't have to do Roach traffic.
That's
All the
No
time.
more
so
rope.
real.
No more rope.
Right.
That's no more
That
rope.
ends Forest. So we're moving on to Sword. So this is K's domain. So
Sorry.
let's start immediately. We have Devotee of Usurpation, which is a 2/2/1 bronze. Gives you the boots on Fanfare, gives you the goblet on Last Words, and if you guys weren't aware, the boots and the goblet got changed. Well, every loot got changed. The goblet only heals the leader now for 2, and the boots gives you rush and +1 attack on any allied follower you have. So yeah, that's loot. That's 2. That's 2 out of 4.
You're running these at 3. You need to play every loot fucking
Yeah.
sword ever. You're running these at 3.
See, the thing is, like, even if you don't play like loot sword, like the archetype, I think this card is like still good just because like boots is generally always like the go-to, and like goblet is also like these 2 are just staple loots like out of all of them.
I'm gonna
What
be
did-
so real with you.
If you think about it, with boots, Albert extends to 14 attack.
Yeah, on turn
Yeah.
10.
oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be so real with you. This card could have easily been a mid, like even a 2 out of 5 or a 3 out of 5 if they gave the wrong loot combination to this card.
Yeah.
But because they specifically gave you
Mhm.
boots and goblet, because it's specifically boots and goblet, this thing became a 5/5 instantly.
This
Yeah.
is the funny about 5. Oh, you'll see later there'll be the other half, and we will get to the other half later, where it gives you the necklace and it gives you and the blade, and that's the shit one.
Yeah.
Not many notes. 5/5 card.
Yep.
Genuinely just really good.
Yeah.
Next we have Kagemitsu's heir, quote unquote, comrade of the Swordmaster. So he is a 6/5/5 bronze with last word summon itself and remove last word from it. Take 2 card next. Anyways, like that's what I'm trying to say. Like it doesn't even have
It's
rush.
so
Like
so
what is
sad.
it doing?
So we were talking about this while we were setting up. This card would have been actually decent if it had rush, but because it doesn't, it sucks. Next.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why would you run them?
It would also work. It would also work if it had ward, but it has neither
True.
of those.
True.
It's just
hey,
like two cards.
hey.
If you
Hey,
had
you know what?
literally anything else on you.
Hey, you know what you
It's
do?
literally
You know what you do? You play the loot card on this.
it's literally just like the Amata's heir. Just for both of them, you're just gonna give them rush or ward. They'll actually be good, and neither of them got that, and I feel so bad for them.
Yeah.
0/5. 0/5.
Old
You
man
play
don't
this
get
in
love,
right
guys. Okay. Next, Shield Bash, 2 cost bronze spell, select an allied follower and give it ward. Oh, speaking of which, and then deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower. I think this card, like, it reads good, but I think this isn't actually, like, I'm gonna say it. I feel like this isn't that good. I feel like it's great in Take 2,
Yeah.
but like, it reads good. But I feel like
Yeah.
in practicality, like, it's not gonna be used that much. So I'm gonna give it like a 3. I'll just give it a
If
3.
you think about it, if you think about it, you want to run this spell, you want to ping 4, just run the main spell we got last set.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you're that desperate for ping 4, just play Battle of the Song of the Battle Princesses or whatever the spell's called, because that's significantly better. And the thing is, people are running that at 1.
You know, some decks I've been running at 3.
Yeah, it's not deal 4 damage is not a bad effect. However, deal 4 damage with nothing else attached to it. Because let's be real, giving something ward does not matter with sword, because everything on your field has pseudo ward. Because if you don't clear the Swordcraft field, the Swordcraft is gonna kill you.
Yep.
Also, not just that, like, you're gonna use this. What board do you have?
It's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it to 2/5 actually for my rating.
It's
Let's
like
move
the
on.
1/5 for me.
Supplicant of Usurpation. So this is the other card. So 2/1/2 silver, which fanfare give you the necklace, last words give you the blade. So the blade got buffed, so instead of just dealing 1 damage to an enemy follower, you can choose the leader now too. And necklace got like changed. It's not really a nerf, but it can give a follower you have ward and +1 defense. It used to just be a +1/+1 buff, but now it's that. I think this card mandatory for usurpation. In general,
Yep.
yeah,
Alright,
it's
yeah,
okay.
in general, it's
okay.
alright for
It's
sure.
okay.
In general,
Yeah,
it's
for loot, it's a must.
for loot it's a three copies.
No, like
copies.
I said, for loot, you're running 3 copies of every single loot outlet you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
outside of that, it's kind of mid. If they gave this thing ward by default, it would have actually been super good. But like this thing is just kind of mid. But to be
Yeah,
fair,
it's
if they give this thing ward by default, it'd be absolutely fucking busted. So I thank God they didn't do that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Next, I give this like a 3/5 in general. Peppy Scout, we have a
It's like a
5/3/3 silver that summons a 3 cost or less Swordcraft follower from your deck, and on evolve buffs another follower you have by +2/+2. It's another 5 cosplay in Sword. We don't have a lot of those. But the effect.
Who asked?
Yeah,
Who asked for
she's
this?
like you have too many cards in
Okay.
Sword that are like 3 or lower cost that have fanfare effects, and this
So-
just says you can't use your fanfare.
No, so my problem with this card, the main problem I have with this card, actually, I don't think it wouldn't have been as bad. However, this is random 3 cost or less. If this acted like Reanimate, where it targets your highest cost one that's below 3 first, so if it get 3, 2, and then once, like in that priority order, it would actually not been that bad. But because it grabs a random one, it could randomly grab you Luminous Lance Trooper and you cry inside a little bit. Because if it just grabbed the 3 cost or less, you could get Rose. which is not that bad, honestly. But
Congrats,
because it can,
congrats, you got Swordmaster without Bane.
yeah, basically, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like it's
I mean, it kind of
it's
kind of has Bane if it's damaged already.
it's all right. The evolved effect is nice though. For what it's trying to do, for what it's trying to do, the evolved effect is pretty nice.
In
However,
other
let me
words-
just
You play this, if your opponent doesn't kill it, you just evolve it on an Odin.
In other words, take 2 card. Moving on.
It's a take 2 card.
Layer of
Alright,
Usurpation.
it's
So we have the
good.
1 cost
Yeah.
amulet silver, so it destroys itself and select a mode. What is this, Abysscraft? So first mode gives you the blade and necklace. Second mode gives you the goblet and the boots. Obviously, it is already
Open ass
great for
card.
archetype loot, but in general, I think this
Yeah.
actually is kind of
Yeah.
not bad. Like it's a 1-drop.
Yeah.
it's the
Yeah,
it
it's a
is
1-drop. You can the engage doesn't cost anything, and it gets you any combination of the two. What I find great is they're already setting a precedent. Is blade and necklace are a pair, and goblet and boots are a pair.
In other words, one
I
pair is
want
better
to-
than the other.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just wanna say that the one thing that I don't see a lot of people talking about is that the fact that you play this first and then you get to decide whenever you want to pop it. So theoretically, you could play this on turn 1 and hold it until you absolutely need it to make the choice of what you want to add. Because if this was a spell, if this was a one play point spell that said choose a mode to add these directly, it would have been, in my opinion at least, it would have been significantly worse if it was a spell that made you choose on the spot.
Mhm.
The fact that it sits on the field, sure, it eats board space, so what? You have the flexibility to pop it whenever you want for 0 cost, and you get to make the choice based on the situation you're in. Busted card, 5 out of 5.
Yeah, no, like what do you go?
Yeah.
Oh, you're worried about boss, but you're not running Zirconia in this deck. That got garbage in this deck.
Yeah.
I think this card
Yeah,
is
I give
a
this card a 5 out of. Well, I'm gonna give this card a 4 out of 5 because again I'm cautious. But it is really good.
be cautious. I would play this. I would just say I would play that card in non-neutral just because it helps Albert find Lethal easier.
Yeah. Next we
Same.
have 4/3/3 gold Congregant of Usurpation. So gives you the gold, the goblet, and the boots again. Like I said, the one pair is better than the other, and it has ability when you play or fuse a loot card, you deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower, and then evolve, recover 1 play point. Right, obviously
didn't
archetype
Barbados have
great.
this card?
In general, I think we just have to talk in general because, like Kay said, we have to play every loot outlet anyway, so like
True.
everything is kind of like a
Yeah.
5 out of 5. But like in general, I think this guy is like, I don't think it's that
In
good.
general, you can't really use this because the only how you could fuse is it's because of the legendaries. But like this is if you're playing this, you're not playing this in mid range. Like it's 4 PP. You literally play Zirconia and Evo.
Okay,
Have fun.
okay. Hear me out. You know what? Sword kind of needed. For turn 4, going first place. I think this is a solid going first place for turn 4 because it gives
Right,
you
but
two
like
pretty
it doesn't
good-
really do anything on going second, and like
It doesn't do any. Here's the thing, it doesn't really do anything going second. Sure, but here's the thing, you're gonna Zirconia going second. We've established that you can play this at maybe 1 copy or 2 copies in mid range. It's good. It's pretty decent going first. And the fact that it gives boots means that in your mid sword, your Albus lethal, which is 14. Mid sword also does need healing. Goblet's good. It's like the best pair for you to add for mid sword. I think this has some precedence in mid sword. In like general
Mhm.
use, it's like a 4 out of 5 for me. It could be a 3. It could very easily be a 3.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's a 4. I think it's
It's
I like
a 5 on wood, of course, as per usual, but like it's a 4.5 to 4 for normal. It's a turn 4 play where you just don't brick your hand.
I think I'm a lot more pessimistic about this card. I'm gonna give it a 2 out, like in general use.
Also, I just want to add: did we not just have this card for Barbados and like Asphalt?
No, we had
I
we
swear
had we had Title Gunner in Barbaros's deck, which acted differently, and she was much better. She was also cheaper. We did have Roger. We had Roger. He was better because he upped your rally count while getting the thing.
Oh, okay.
All
I had
right,
a
we have
nightmare
Returning
last
Slash.
night.
This is the generic fuse for the deck. Which is Returning Slash.
Yeah. No, so this.
1 play
sorry.
point gold. It fuses loot cards and it deals 2 damage to random enemy follower, gives you the blade, and if you fuse to this card, you draw a card. So yeah, go ahead.
Broken Arthur. What the
This,
fuck?
I actually think, like, like you said earlier, you'd likely play Devotee in a non-loot deck, and this with that actually a lot more slots to commit to, yes, but it works actually really well with Devotee because you can fuse one of those and get an extra draw for 1 cost while dealing 2 ping on any follower, which helps a lot. I think this is a pretty solid card for like a good tech. I think it has its uses and can provide help. So
Finally, 1 cost removal in Sword. It took me how long?
I genuinely think this card's also. I think this card could very well see play in mid-range Sword with a really tiny loot package with like the gold card and this card and maybe the 2 cost guy that gives you the 2 cost like bronze one that gives you the with like the 2/1 stat line.
The
It could
Devotee,
be a like small, a small compact loot engine for mid Sword. Like if for some reason you don't want to play mid Sword, maybe you're broke and you can't craft for like 6 copies of new legendaries. You just need 2 golds, 1 bronze, small loot engine within mid sword, pretty solid. 4 out of 5 for me. I think like
Also, like
it
to say,
cycles.
like you said, new sword legendaries. What new mid-range sword legendaries are there?
Yeah.
I think
No,
they
no, I
I
said
think they
loot-
mean
loot
like if
legendaries.
they can't play like the loot deck because they don't have the new legendaries.
Yeah, if they-
Anyways, I do think this card is good just because it's a 1-drop that replaces itself either way. Like if you fuse into this thing, it's basically cycling a card. It's a little shame that it gives you the blade, but I understand. So it's like it deals 3 damage in total for like 2 PP. Yeah, I think this card's good. It's compact.
Also, guys, if you haven't talked about it, draw 1.
Yeah, like I said, it's
yeah,
like
no,
it's
that's what
basically a
I'm saying.
cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
drawing's good.
Right, we're nearing the home run here. So we have Sinchiro, heir to Usurpation, the 6/5/6 legendary. He fuses loot cards and then fanfare, deal X damage to all enemies. X is the number of differently named fuse to this card, and super evil you do that same thing again. So he can deal up to 8 damage, not counting super evil ping. If you
So guys, we like removing bots, don't we?
Yeah, like literally
so-
this thing will guaranteed remove almost any board, and if it doesn't, you can if it doesn't completely remove a board, you can do the super evo ping for 1, so that's extra damage. And then not even talk about the card like that'll be coming up after this, that'll help that game plan even more. This is literally like disgusting. You only play this in Moose Sword, but this is genuinely such a strong ass fucking card. It is insane.
You know, I wonder if
So
you
for-
only play this in Loot Sword because like you could technically
Only
play
play
him
this
in
in
mid.
Loot-
Because
you
like no, I
only-
feel like
no,
you
you
could
only
play
play
him
this
in
in
mid
Loot
range.
Sword.
Because
No, the problem is you cannot you aren't gonna really use his super evolve effect because you want to save it for stuff like Albert and your Albert Gildaria.
That's true.
Albert Gildaria,
Olivia.
Olivia.
Hey guys, so you know what's funny? You know what's 8 plus 12? That's 20. You know how much Ichiro deals and what Albert deals? That's 20.
Yeah.
Yes,
Wow.
no.
I'm gonna
You mean
be-
no. You mean 14 because this deck is lewd.
True. But I will say, I'm kind of mad they're giving us such a busted ass card in Sword because like Sword's already really good. This is just like Gildaria 2 for Loot Sword. Like you probably still play
Yeah.
Gildaria and Loot Sword, and this is just Gildaria number 2. And we all know how good Gildaria is. She is in my opinion, the most busted card out of the Omen, like not Omen set, the Legends, whatever the heck that set name was. But like this is basically Gildaria 2. But I will want to add, you know, as mad as I am, they gave us a broken card for Sword. At least he's home.
Bro, I am
You know, he's
mad
like-
that he's like a sword
Oh.
card. I wanted him to be Haven. It's like so
I
bad.
thought he was at
Everyone is complaining that we haven't gotten any good sword waifus fucking for leaders. We got 3 men.
Man.
Yeah,
I mean,
our only
look guys,
sword waifu
look
is
guys.
the base leader. It's
Look,
the
guys,
base
guys,
leader. That's
guys.
our only sword waifu. I hate.
Hey, first of all,
her.
you hurt me for forgetting Erica. Excuse you. Second of all, it's called Swordcraft for a reason. Okay, these people have to have swords. Else, what are they doing in Swordcraft?
Okay,
Since there's
okay.
literally
Yes,
only
sorry, I
here.
forgot about Erica because they made you have to pay for Erica, and that hurts me inside. Okay, that's why. I love Eric. I love Eric a lot, but like I have to pay for that. That I don't have that kind of money.
That's true. Tangent aside, he's a 5. I mean, he's
He's
a
a
10.
five.
Actually, he's a
Plus-
10. If
plus-
you get what I mean, he's a 10.
He is very much a 10.
I can fix him. Anyways, moving on.
I can.
Oh my god.
We have Octar's Hollowness Manifest, a 3/3/3 legendary. Fanfare, get her crest, and Evolve, get the blade and the necklace. So the crest, every time you play or fuse a loot card, you advance the crest count by 1, and by the time that the countdown is over, you get her token, Remnant of Hollowness, which
Mhm.
deals 4 damage split between all enemies. It's a 1/1. This used to be a loot card.
Yeah.
Now it's not. So yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
if it was a
the
loot card, if it
only-
was a loot card, since you would do 5 damage now, which
Yeah.
would be too busted.
Yeah, which
No,
would
no,
be even
congrats,
even
you're
worse.
Congrats, your Sincerity now deals 12 damage.
No, my
Yeah,
god, this
the
card's
only
a 5 out of 5.
downside, like I granted, you're gonna be playing a lot of loot cards and fusing them a lot over like it. So like you're gonna reduce the countdown really quick, but you cannot duplicate the countdown. Like you can't have 2 of it going at the same time, which is good. That's a thing.
It's good, yeah.
Hey, guys, remember
So
when
the
last
only
set,
thing that prohibits her just a tiny bit.
guys, remember when
But
last
otherwise,
You guys are so awkward. Keep
I-
going. Keep going.
yeah, she's a 5 out of 5 card, but to me she's a 10.
I get that. I think she's a lot of people's 10.
Yeah, she's
so
a 10
basically,
to
you
me
know
as
how
well.
like last set, like this set right now, people say Sword instant loses the Warhaven. Yeah, try that against this deck. Nice Aether
Well,
board, by
yeah.
the way. Nice
Yeah,
Aether
no.
board, by the way.
Also, loot sword. We all established this 5 outside for loot sword. Outside of loot sword, this could also be very well played because hey, guess what? By the time you hit turn 10, that countdown to 8 is gonna be countdown 0, and your output's gonna hit them for fucking 16 damage.
You see,
Yeah.
you see,
Ooh.
I can see it happening because of the layer. The layer is like super good because it gives you 2 countdowns basically. And if you
Yeah.
play the one cost gold spell, it's just like this countdown is very doable. And it's just 4
This
damage
is
to
very
everything. So I can
No,
definitely
guys,
see
guys,
that. I don't know if it will happen, but it's a thing. It's a thing.
I can see it happening. I can't guarantee it will happen. I still think it's pretty good outside of just like loot sword. It's like
Guys, thinking about it, like this with Albert and Coin, that's 18 damage.
haha.
No, that's 16 then.
No, 18, because it's 4 plus what do you call it? It's 4, and then Albert deals 14.
Yeah, with
Albert
coin,
deals 12. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
give
but
it
you have
a
to
boost.
you have to
Oh, okay, you give it boost. Okay, I understand.
with coin specifically.
All
Yeah,
right. In general, I give sword a 4 out of 5, just because like loot seems strong. Like I don't want to say seems strong because we haven't played obviously, but it seems like it can do its game plan pretty well. I give it a 4 out of 5 because the general uses of these cards are a bit hit misses, especially this guy and she and her. Yeah, they're kind of misses. For me.
Overall, if we're talking about the deck itself, that's gonna be mean in this end. There's a 5 out of 5. God, this deck gonna be better. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna hate fighting against it. But if we're talking about the class itself, it's like 4 out of 5 because all the other non-loot cards are fucking garbage.
Yeah, it gets docked to point solely because all the non-loot
Yeah,
cards
like-
are like the worst cards I've ever seen in my life. But everything else, like the loot cards, are so fucking. I give this a tier 0 out of 5.
Tier 0,
No,
baby.
I give this personally. I'm gonna be a bit more optimistic on like the 4.5. I'm just gonna ignore the bad cards here because like I think this will like sell really highly. But in total, 10 out of 10. Everyone's hot.
Yep.
True, everyone is hot.
True.
But then again, Midreach Sword is still broken as well. It's not gonna change. The deck's still
Right.
stupid.
Now we
You know-
have Runecraft.
No, hold on a second, Link. Hold on a second, Link. We could just skip this.
No, you're talking to a rune main. We cannot skip this. It's mandatory.
I have
am terrible.
I
at
have a
judging
lot
how
of
good
I
this
have a strong opinion for the class as a whole. At the end of reviewing everything, I have a really strong opinion for this card because
So guys, we're having
Right,
this.
okay.
So guys, because
We gotta
all
speed
agree
run
that we-
Runecraft though, because there's
Yeah.
really not much to talk about. So I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so we have Devotee of Truth, 2/2 bronze. If this card's cost isn't 2,
Mid.
restore 3 defense to your leader. Okay, next. So if you guys didn't know, like the context of this class right now is that I'll read through the cards. Like we'll do it differently for this
we'll
one.
get to it.
Okay, so we have
we'll
4
get to it.
cost, 3/3 bronze, ascetic of waxing. Fanfare, summon a paper Shikigami, evolve, do it again. This is Kuon's heir, and I think it's kind of mid because it spends EP and it's 4 cost.
Link,
Yes.
Link as someone who's Chinese has wuxing.
It's
There's
Wuxi.
Wuxing also.
Yeah.
I have no
Wuxi.
idea how to
Yeah,
pronounce
yeah,
that. I'm
Wuxi.
sorry. I like
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
never.
I'm not
There we
even
go.
Chinese, and even I know.
No,
that's
like I've
Wuxi.
literally never encountered that word in my entire life. Okay, I'm sorry. Wuxing.
Someone doesn't research their the origins of their favorite crafts legendary.
Link,
You see, you're not. You
Link,
see,
how
you
do
see, you
Link.
see. The thing is, I don't like Kuon though. He's like my
Oh,
least
okay, never
favorite.
mind.
No, Link,
Forgiven.
Link,
Or there.
How do you say the name of the monkey god?
Who?
The monkey king.
The monkey king. How do you say his name?
Who?
The monkey
Fuck
king.
this guy, bro. Fuck this guy.
No, literally.
Next,
who?
next.
Anyways, next we have Crystal Gazing. So 4 cost bronze. Countdown, or you play it, get the crest, and then you have to wait for its countdown to end, which is you draw 2 cards and deal 4 damage to all enemy followers. We can actually talk about this one too because it's standalone. I think it's bad because it's
Yes,
turn 4
really
do
bad.
nothing for a delayed draw 2 and a board wipe, quote unquote.
Hey, just
So
play that
rapid
silver
fire-
spell that deals 4 damage to the enemy opponent or for 3.
Yeah. Moving
Mhm.
on.
Just-
I think it's a good take 2 card though, because like that.
Oh, it's good in take 2 now.
Next we have Supplicant of Truth, so 5/3 2 silver. Fanfare, deal 3 damage to all other followers, not enemy followers. If this card's cost isn't 5,
just
draw
noticed
2
that.
cards.
I'm
Yeah,
moving
we're gonna
next.
keep moving past that until we get to everything. Okay, so count. We have
Also,
Institute
also
of
real quick,
yes.
I believe this card has a typo, at least based on how it reads. The advance should probably be the latest. Because of the whole Marvin thing.
No, I believe it's meant to like actually die faster if you
Oh, it's
change
actually
the
meant to
code.
die faster?
Yeah. So Institute of Truth, 3 cost silver, countdown 5 whenever you play a follower whose cost has been changed. Draw a card in advance. This amulet's count by 1. Yeah. Engage and then free engage, select a follower in your hand, increase its cost by 1 and give it +1/+1. Okay, yeah, so it's meant to die faster because the free engage basically enables
Yeah.
the archetype, so it's not meant to stick around faster. And it's also a
Mhm.
draw 1. Right.
Okay,
Keep
Yeah,
moving
yeah,
on.
I thought-
the only downside is it's like cool time to make your cards more expensive. Anyway,
Yeah.
I
Um,
honestly thought it would be delayed the countdown because I thought that's what they wanted to do to make it last longer.
No, I think it's meant to just die faster. We have 4 costs,
Oh, okay.
risky amalgamation, summons a garden golem, play golem, and upset, take 2 card.
It's
Or
risky to
art
play this, doesn't matter.
right. I mean, it can use an art right. That's fine too,
You don't.
yeah.
but we
You
probably
just
won't.
pay at a
No.
least.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, why would you run this enough, right? When there's nothing that is above golems except for like 1 card.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just
yeah,
remain around.
and even then, you would actually rather technically play it with Lou, who goes off of how many golems are on your board.
Yeah. Yeah, Congregate of Truth 3/3 gold. If this card's cost isn't 3, summon 2 copies of itself and it's rush. So it's basically and then Super Evo summon a copy of itself. So it's like a cheaper but kind of like quote unquote worse version of that dog in Swordcraft. Like I don't want to say it's worse
Yeah,
because it
dog.
is cheaper even if you increase the cost by 1. But let's be so
True.
for real, like I don't know about this, bro. Moving
So this
on.
card
no.
this card instantize the forest. Okay.
So we have Illusory Conjuration. Select a follower in your hand, increase its cost by 1, and then destroy a random enemy follower. This card is good. Like, I think it's
I
good.
think this card is
Mhm.
actually.
Did I just...
I think this card's actually pretty decent. This card is probably going to be
Yeah.
run at 1 or 2 in spell boost because let's be real. Once you hit like a deep enough turn, you don't care how much your Kuon costs. You're going to enhance 10 them, motherfucker. And even if you increase Kuon's cost
Yeah.
to 10, if you play 3 copies of it targeting one same Kuon, you're still just gonna enhance tandem anyways. I think
You
this card, this card's actually worth talking about because this card's actually good. Wow.
Wow.
No, guys. You know what's peak aura? You choose your Kokaidas.
And make it and lock you out of
Ele-
and lock
and then and,
lock you out of the game.
and then
Yeah.
and then you use your temp then you use your temp play point to play it at 11 cost and just aura farm on everyone.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, figure it out.
And you still
Belharia,
win.
Heir to
Bro.
Truth. So 2/1/1 legendary, fanfare, draw a card. Okay, UD. Evolve, banish an enemy follower. Super evolve, banish all enemy followers of the same name as that card.
This card's so
Why
ass.
again? Why?
So I made Forestcraft, right? But my secondaries are always Dragon and Abyss. Those are my two go-to secondaries for like 2 deck formats or 3 deck formats. This, as someone who plays a lot of Abyss, this hurts my soul because this is banish all copies of zombie, like the zombie token from your field, and I cry a little bit inside.
To me,
Yeah,
I'm just like,
exactly.
why did we have to make more banish early? Like, I get her whole deal is that
Okay.
like her eye, like she rejects people or whatever, and like she banishes them to the other world. But
Okay.
why?
Are you saying this because of Wilbur?
No,
This banishes
but like,
Wilbur.
I mean, no, but like, yes, I guess, because like Wilbur dies, Lapis
Okay,
dies, like
so-
just kill me, freaking.
So this card actually something worth talking about is that this is just, in my opinion, it's like better fill down, and given the right meta, better fill down might be intended.
See, my question, see, like, that's cool and all. Like, I don't think she's actually a bad card in general. I'm just saying, like, I feel like she's not supposed to be rune. Like, her effect doesn't read
I don't.
rune.
Her effect doesn't read rune. That's definitely true. But for something that doesn't read rune, given the meta, she could very well be what rune needs. I think she's fine. I think she's very okay.
Imagine she was neutral.
Yo, if this card was neutral,
No,
I play this in like
absolutely not.
so many. Bro, I would play this in so many. You remember all those decks that play Filled? I would cut Filled out, play this instead.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. If this,
Yeah.
if this, no. If this was in neutral, I would play this in Saw purely to banish that fucking Wilbur.
True.
Yeah, I'd
Banish
give
Wilbur,
her
banish
like
Lapis.
a 3 out of
Banish
5.
Wilbur, banish Lapis.
Like, if I'm being
Yeah,
for
it's a 3
real,
out of 5
I
for
don't
me
think
also.
it's that good, but it can be useful for certain metas.
It is useful. So
Yeah.
if you're ever climbing for my fellow, not fellow, I don't play Rune that much, but for my Runecraft player, if you're climbing a ladder and you notice my opponent, I have facing a lot of people who are playing specifically non-loot mid-range sword, and a lot of people who are playing Abysscraft, tech 3 of this in, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
Pretty much,
not to the last card. We have Ryo, Paintbrush Man, Elimination Manifest. So he's a 9/9/9 legendary. Fanfare, reduce the cost of all followers in your deck by 3. Transform Declimb in your hand into an Earth Sats elimination. And it costs
Oh, yeah,
0
I
until
I-
the end of the turn. And Earth Sats
I
elimination
didn't even notice that.
increase
I didn't
the
even
cost
notice
of
that
all
that
followers in your
downside.
hand by 1. Destroy all enemy followers.
I'm glad you
Okay.
said it though. I was thinking the exact same way. Just decline. You just screwed yourself.
I like, he's definitely not, unless you like gambling, he's definitely not meant for a spell
Like-
boost at all for once in his life.
If you have a gambling addiction, 5 out of 5.
No, Link. Imagine you're playing. Link, imagine you're playing this in spell boost. You play this. You want to see a magic trick?
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
like-
God.
so I have choice words for this archetype. I have a lot of choice words for this archetype. I get what they're trying to do. I get that the whole gimmick is they wanted to, change the cost of followers. Because Runecraft, Runecraft's whole thing is they like changing the cost of cards, right? Like they change the cost of cards for spell boosts and shit like that, right? That's a part of the thing. And I think a spell boost or like a reverse spell boost in this case, where they increase the cost sometimes, would have been very cool. However, they executed it so badly. My one hope was that the little like silver card would actually be like the thing where the countdown makes it stay a little bit longer, because I think that card, given the archetype, is actually not bad. I thought specifically the archetype is not bad. but because it dies faster, sure, some people would see the advantage of it die faster. The archetype confuses me. I want this to be good because I think it's cool. On paper, it's such a cool like concept, like spell boosting and like reverse spell boosting followers, like changing the color. It's such like a in Shadowverse Worlds, we didn't really have any deck that changes the cost of your own followers this much. I genuinely like this, but they fucked it up so badly. And the main reason why they fucked it up so badly is Ryo costs 9. The fact that he comes up so late into the match, you're gonna die on turn 9. Turn 9 is when you play your winning plays. Roach kills you, Loot kills you, like fucking Abysscraft kills you. So many decks in the deck kills you on turn 9. Your setup turn cannot be turn 9. I wanted to like this deck so much because it was something unique. They were expanding the design space finally, and I was like, you royally fucked this up so bad. Just on the one fact that Ryo costed people.
You see, I get why Ryo costs 9. He's always costed 9 because he's the 9th Omen. My thing is just, I wish he did, like, he already does a lot for a 9 cost, but like, but first off, I don't get this part. Like, why do we have to turn a random spell into an Earthsats elimination? Why can't we just get Earthsats elimination? The other thing is, like, I wish this also affected the hand. Maybe that's broken, but like, it's 9 costs to me.
What you just asked there is why.
And this plus ones, so like it's actually would be more like reduce the cost of cards by 2.
I was gonna say the day I see Ryo say that it also has the hand, I better see a Fenny patch where she also has my hand as well. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. This archetype genuinely makes me so mad to see so much potential. Even the fact, like, sure, if you wanted to keep it 9, it should, like Link said, it should have also affected hand. But it also suffers from another thing. It suffers from that isn't brought up a lot, I guess, in thinking of this, is that because Shadowverse Worlds Beyond has like these smaller sets. I think one thing that's holding Ryo back a lot also is the fact that how small the set is. They could not give him enough cards to facilitate his death. Right?
Like, no, I think they definitely could have, because they made loot happen with such compact.
True.
Like, true. They didn't really just they just didn't try. Like, that's to me. Like, they didn't try.
I do feel like if they had more cards, they probably would have tried more. This feels really rushed for me. The rune archetype feels really rushed for me. They didn't think out enough. Like, I think the sole reason why this deck will be barely playable is that Congregant of Truth is a pretty good card, and Illusory Conjuration is a good card. It will be very playable.
Then again, you're probably gonna run this in if you're gonna play this, you're playing this with spell boost. Like, then no shit, you're gonna play 3 gold.
No, actually, I think if you're playing this, it might be a little bit better in Birthright because all these cards like affect board space. Not affect board, like you. I don't know how to explain this. Earthright to me has always seen more of like the board based deck, while spell boost is like I play a bunch of spells from my hand kind of deck. So the fact that these guys do things on board makes me feel like it helps Earthright a little bit more than spell boost, especially since spell boost really needs some of their cards to cost a specific thing. Cocytus, but you know.
Overall, it's 2 out of 5. Next.
No.
I just want to mention though that like one thing we haven't mentioned is that it feels like it's trying to be like a combo, like control, like defensive deck-ish, like kind of like spell boost in the sense, except like there's just no win con. Like you Ryo, and then what does Ryo lead into exactly? Like a Cocytus? Great, we're just doing what spell boost does, but worse.
So here's the thing.
I think this is a situation where I think you guys are actually looking at the cards wrong. In terms of card design, yeah, 2 out of 5. But in terms of a Runecraft punishment, 5 out of 5.
I mean, that's true. Like, I forgot to say, like, this probably is the case because Rune has been like so good since like set 1. Like, they just had to give it bad cards. But like it was already enough that these don't support spell boost in general. Like, why did it have to be bad?
I feel like
because my pain
Ryo being transforming. I feel like the Ryo thing transforming a spell in your hand, like instead of adding, it was specifically the fuck over spell. It's synergy spell boost. But I
Right.
will say the
Yeah.
one thing that could have given it a win con is if they made the gold guy that summons copies of himself gain storm somehow. If they made a balanced way to give that guy storm, it would have actually had a solid win con, and it actually wouldn't have been that bad. Just saying, just putting it out there.
Yeah. Right.
That's-
I like
Next, Dragon.
I like to say, it's supposed to nerf rule. Then it salts right there, getting into the broken tier.
That's
0.
what I'm saying. Like Sword and Abyss, we'll
Right.
get to Abyss soon. Like, just they didn't really suffer much in my opinion.
Mommy.
All right. Anyways, Devotee
We'll
of
get to talk
Disdain.
about Mommy.
2/2 bronze. During your turn when this follower takes damage but isn't destroyed, draw a Dragoncraft follower. Next, good. Like, what else is there to
Good.
say?
Hey,
It's
hey,
good.
hey, so-
It's just good.
Hey, I have its counterpart right here from Shadowverse Evolved. Play now from your local card game store. Servant of Disdain. Two cost card that lets you deal 1 damage to something and draw a card. Wow.
Yep.
It's its counterpart right there.
Mhm.
This is Filene's
I mean,
support
yeah,
card
that's
over
the-
here.
that's the point.
Snowstorm, Dragonute, 6/6 bronze. Destroy all damage followers.
Eileen,
Bad Filene. It's
I
just
don't-
bad
I
Filene.
mean, yeah.
and Eileen.
I don't think it's good.
It's a worse Firebrand.
Yeah,
But like this goes hard in Take Two.
Like, I mean, yeah.
This
Oh
was
yeah,
hard to take too.
absolutely, absolutely.
Take Two Dragon and this goes hard.
Actually, I don't know. I've been playing a lot of Take Two Dragons in late, and like I don't think because it's damage.
The thing with Take
I'm
2 and
past the
Dragon,
Take
you're never ever gonna be the first thing that pings something. You have to deal with it completely by yourself. So like by the time you drop this, their board is untouched.
Well, now this is
No,
Take
Frank.
Two Dragon for
Okay.
sure, though. 3 cost bronze,
That-
Raging
yeah,
Lightning,
that's
deal
fair.
5 damage to all followers with the highest defense. If you're an overflow, deal 3 damage to all leaders with the highest defense. If you're tied, which they said, if you're tied, both of you take the damage.
Oh my God, guys, look,
And yeah.
guys, it's
that
Aragon
mean you
evil
can get
effect. Oh my God.
Wait, so does that mean you can get a tie?
Yes.
Yeah, you can get a tie.
Oh.
Like if both
No,
of you
no,
are
no,
like
you
on
can't-
10.
no, you can't tie.
Oh no,
the
no, you
person
can't tie.
who-
You die first. I'm pretty sure.
You
Because-
die
die
first.
first.
Yeah, if both of you
The
take
person-
damage and both of you die from that damage, you would die first. I'm pretty sure.
It's
Yeah.
the-
Wait,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
now, wait a second. This is a bit weird because we don't know this exactly. Because in terms of if we look at Abysscraft, right, Rage of Serpents kills them first.
Aragami.
See, but the
Aragami.
Aragami kills you.
yeah.
Yeah, Aragami kills you first before your opponent.
Yeah, Balto also kills you first with his crest. So I'm a bit confused.
I
It's
give this
because
a-
Rage of Serpents has a period on it, so it does
Oh,
3 damage
oh,
and then
okay.
deals you 2 damage. But this one is it's in the same sentence.
Okay, so yeah, so you kill yourself first. Good to know.
Take 2 card
You
next.
Yeah.
kill yourself.
I mean,
Mhm.
you can use it, I guess, in regular deck, but it just
Also think about this: if my Forestcraft opponent has 5 fairies on the board, this deals 5 damage to all of them. Done.
if
Yes.
my sword opponent has only knights on the board, then
If you're against Runecraft, they summon Annie. They get rid of that stupid ward unit.
Sitting there, cool.
right. We have Supplicant of Disdain, 5/3/5 silver, rush ward at the end of your turn. Fully restore this defense of this follower, restore the same amount to your leader. In
Good
ramp,
card, good
I
card.
think this card is
Good
good.
enough.
I love this card.
Actually,
This
not
card's
bad.
good.
This
Good
is
even
outside-
this is basically like that one musketeer from like Sword.
Like I said, good enough. Welcome, Athos.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
No, yeah, this
so
card,
this
this
is
card
where the,
is good enough to
so
see play
guys,
outside of
guys.
like the same.
I
Yeah.
found it. This is where the Amataz and Kagamitsu Hair's Russian ward went. It went all to this
Oh,
spot.
yeah.
Dragon stole it. Dragon stole it from them.
Good.
Right.
This is such a good card. I love it.
3/1/1 Silver Ocean Rider,
Good.
Fanfare, summon Majestic Megalorica. If you're an overflow, if you're an
Very
overflow,
good
summon
card.
2.
Marine
Very
And give it
no,
ward.
It's Marine support. They still don't have a win
This
con.
card's
I
cheap.
think this is good
5 out of
because it's just more like another way to like deal with tempo as like ramp dragon and such.
Yeah.
Plus you get heal.
Agreed.
It's a heal too as well with Neptune. So
Yeah,
I know I
yeah,
will
so-
hate this
so-
card. I will hate this card. I'm just gonna say it. Like
I will also hate this card
No,
because it's very simply put. You just
Oh.
play Call of Megalorca turn 2. You play this thing on turn 3. You evolve Lufang on turn 4. You play a Round Spell on turn 5. You Neptune on turn 7, and you win the game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy this card.
Not turn 7. 7 play point 7.
yeah. Nation.
if you
Oh yeah,
corrupt
you
one,
wanted
It's
something.
just very clean.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot we're just not even rating the cards because we're just saying, oh, it's good or bad because we're reading through. But like, yeah, like this is just good. Like, you know what? There's no need to rate. It is what it is.
Four. Yeah, four.
Two,
Take this four.
Nation of Disdain,
Yeah.
Silver, Countdown, engage one, deal one damage while enemy followers. I think this is good because
All
like
follows. All follows, not
it's-
all enemy follows. I think it's
all followers. Yeah, so it's like basically like
Like-
Apollo, but for
Yeah.
the board and as an amulet, so you can do it like every turn till it dies.
It's good because
It's
because
good.
you're doing your own gimmick. So like
Yeah.
it's good.
Exactly.
It's doing your own
Yeah,
gimmick
yeah,
while
I-
following
I-
the enemy board. It's good.
yeah. I'd say 4 out of 5 personally. I think it's
4 out of 5, yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
solid.
Could be teched into a non-disdain dragon
Oh, I
too,
didn't even,
just as a
I didn't
cheap
even
board
know it
player.
had the engage
Exactly.
part.
Yeah.
No, that's really good.
What did you think it
Good
said?
card.
Just countdown
thought it
4
was-
doing nothing?
I thought it was you play it, you wait 4 turns to show.
Oh
do one
no,
damage
you
after.
get
That's
that for
terrible.
4
That would be
turns.
terrible. That would be terrible.
Congregant
It, like,
of Disdain. Sorry.
Yeah.
657 gold. Fanfare, deal 3 damage. Okay, so we're just giving everyone a Selefa now, okay? Deal 3 damage to all followers. At the end of your turn, if this follower's defense is 3 or less, give all Dragoncraft followers in your hand +1/+1.
I think this is the
Problem.
most
Which
disdain
is
card.
pretty solid.
Hold on.
Like the 3 defense.
See, Dragon
I
is
think-
weird because this is a 6 cost, and in my brain it'd be like, oh, that's kind of like
There's a
that's
lot
kind
of
of like
good 6
whatever
costs,
for 6
but,
cost,
yeah.
because that's like basically the forest card again. But this is Dragon, so like, do they run ramp in this
It's coming
game?
out
Like, I
turn
don't
4.
know if they would run
This
ramp
This
in
will come
this
out
game.
turn 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
the problem with this. Okay, the problem with this. There's nothing in the deck that has Storm other than Forte and Odin. But like, it's Forte. You're summoning at turn 4. You're summoning at turn 6. So you don't care.
Hey.
I mean,
Galmew gains Storm. Galmew gains Storm. This can buff Galmew.
There's also the chance of you could play that one card that reduces its cost by 2 if you really want, if like by chance you want to try with it as well.
You see, the thing about
Oh.
this card is that it doesn't enable itself. You have to like ping it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn.
You have to ping in one. Hey, that's where that amulet comes in.
Whoa, 7
Uh,
play point, bro.
Oh my god, so
Yeah,
play point.
that-
We play
that
Galmew
is
and
the downside.
I
think-
give this a 2 out
I
of
think-
5. I'm just gonna say.
Oh wait,
I
no,
think it's a
Link, no,
3.
Link, you can't enable this. You just need Galmew active.
Oh yeah, right. Galmew Crest. Yeah. Galmew
Oh
Crest
yeah, I
enables
guess.
it
Okay, I'll give it a
immediately.
3 after knowing that.
Mhm.
Okay, there we
It's
go.
a 3 out of 5. It's the worst disdain card. It's like the worst disdain card, but it's like it's so good.
Yeah,
this
Ferocious
card.
Flame, 1 cost gold. Deal 1 damage when allied follower, deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower, and if you're an overflow, draw a Dragoncraft follower. Yeah, staple anyways.
I love
Hey,
it.
so
I love
hey,
it.
so
Yeah.
tell me
I love it.
tell me if you've heard that line of text before from this card. 1 play point disdainful rending. Select an enemy all the field
Deal 3 damage on enemy.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
It's
Now we
Yeah.
have the heir. This is like this guy's like the protagonist, like of the story, because he's the one who like
Mhm.
gathers all the other heirs. So this is
oh,
9.
he's a pro tag. Oh,
Well, I don't want to say protag because like it's kind of like a villainous
Oh,
story,
okay,
but he's like
okay.
the one who
No,
gathers
I-
everyone.
I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
even realize this. This is actually the sole reason I will probably still play this game in English is because he's voiced by Zeno Robinson, and I freaking love Zeno. Oh my fucking god, yes, just yes.
Bro. Misty, Misty, have you watched Moriarty the Patriot?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay, we have a 957 Azure Frit, heir to disdain. Fanfare, deal 2 damage to all enemy followers, 3 times, and he has ward, and during your turn when it takes damage but is not destroyed, you deal 1 damage to the enemy leader. And Super Evolve, you restore his defense to full and you do his fanfare again, but this time he doesn't actually like he just takes 0 damage, because in Super Evil you take 0 damage whenever you
No,
take damage.
for all the people who don't know how that would work, when he takes 0 damage, he will still do the effective deal 1 damage to enemy leader because
Yeah,
he's
so
still taking damage.
He technically
Yeah.
deals 7 damage if there's somehow a
Yeah.
living creature still after all
If
that.
there,
board
if there's
wipe.
somehow
Yeah.
if somehow after 12 damage to the enemy board,
Yeah,
there is something
yeah,
still
12
alive.
damage.
If there's something still alive, you can deal 1 more damage.
But yeah, it's 6 damage
Which,
for
yeah.
9 drop. Again,
I'm
it's
gonna be
weird because
so
I want to
with him.
say it's good because in the context of ramp, it's not that long. But if like this is just a regular card, it's like kind of late.
Mhm.
How would you
I
feel
think-
about it? How would you feel about
Okay,
it if you half the cost to make it 5?
I mean, that's just ramp.
Oh,
So in my opinion, I think this card's good. I would definitely see play in Disdain, and I would think it would see play in what you call it in ramp too, because hey, guess what? You know what this is? It's like Twilight Dragon.
yeah.
I
You,
think
it
the
has
This is like
it has the same applications as Twilight Dragon, and in
Mhm.
ramp you can see this as like a side option to Twilight Dragon, whereas Twilight Dragon can refill your hand and technically on it does more on fanfare. This guy, as opposed to Twilight Dragon, can help you clear games that are harder to clear by pinging the enemy face +6, and also technically doing more damage. In ramp,
And
it's gonna be
if they didn't top deck Odin or anything, this provides very solid defense, especially if you super evo, because it's 10 defense ward, and that's
Mhm.
very solid.
I gotta say as
Like,
well,
hey,
like this guy gets around barrier boards too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Take that, Norman.
I'm just thinking, imagine you're fighting a sword, you drop this down. Okay, surely they have nothing at turn 9 Sincero. Well, shit, I guess.
Yeah, I think he's good. I'll give him a 4 out of 5. And then lastly, we have Galmu Ardor Manifest. So fanfare,
Okay, guys, so here's
get her
the-
crest.
So yeah, we have the full
And-
reason why this deck actually works.
In hand 7, you give her Storm. She's a 5/5/5 legendary. Once on each of your turn, when she takes damage but isn't destroyed, deal 3 damage to random enemy follower. And her crest gives you that when your allied follower takes damage but isn't destroyed, once per turn you can get her spell, Fangs of Ardent Destruction, which just deals 1 damage to all followers for 0 cost. So like, it enables everything in your deck every turn for like no cost. She gives Storm, so she's a 5/5. That burns 3. Yeah, good. Like 5 out of 5. Like nothing.
I-
5 out of
Like,
5.
Five out of
really
five.
bad,
Yeah.
yeah, it
Five
is
out of
perfect.
five. I'm just
Five.
sad. I'm just sad they changed it in a way where you can no longer do the Galmi machine gun.
No
Yeah,
more
that does suck.
That's just That's
Galmi's
just
okay.
bro.
So the only reason I'm bummed about Galmu not being able to machine gun is because my friend, because he absolutely loves Galmu. It's one of his favorite cards ever, and so I just like he's going to be grinding for like everything for her leader. It is everything he would want.
God.
So
So your friend of I forgot the phrasing there, but that friend of yours is gonna be joining. Let's see, different fight, Ignidius, me, my other friend, like 7 other
I
people I
mean,
know who play
ever
Dragoncraft.
since he got into the game like 4 years ago, he is stand. He is absolutely
fair,
stand Galmu.
To be fair, she is prime Dragoncraft mommy material.
Yeah, exactly.
How
She's
do we
5
rate-
out of 5, and even better, she's 10 out of 10.
How do we rate Dragon? I want to give Dragon like a 3.5 out of 5.
I give
Everything-
it
Actually,
a 4.
4.
I think
You know,
4.
4. Everything
Yeah.
is
I was gonna
solid.
say, I wanna say
Oh, not
4.
not
I-
everything is solid, but the
It's
cards.
everything,
so
but a
the
lot-
way I look at this, right? I only see one card that's truly bad. The rest
And that's
are
no
like, yeah, like the thing is, the only card that's actually bad is Snowstorm. The rest are playable at minimum. They're minimum playable and good at best. Which
Yeah.
is why I think this is a 4 out of 5. I think the stage track would genuinely be tier 1 deck. It does good as loot, so sure, but I think with the storm damage and the burn damage, like it very well could be a solid tier 1 deck. And I love that because Dragoncraft has been suffering from 2 sets.
Mhm.
Honest. I've been, as much as I enjoy playing Finny for like the 20th time, I want to win sometime.
True.
Next, we have Abyss, the other winning class. This
Okay,
sets.
guys, tier 0 next.
So,
Okay,
devotee
guys, tier
of
0 next.
entwining 3/1/1 bronze. Select a mode. Fanfare, deal 1 damage to all enemy followers, or 2, give this follower +2/+2 on evolve. Select a mode again. It's Apollo for Abyss for the archetype. Enough said. There's not really much to say. It's just it gets you like the win con of this deck is obviously like, or not the win con, but the quest of this deck is the air, and this progresses your count whilst dealing with tempo. So 5 out of 5.
It's
I
a
think-
5/5. I'm killing myself.
No, this card is big. Like Abysscraft was already playing. Just to add real quick, Abysscraft was already playing Apollo this set. If things shape out the same way, Abysscraft would probably just swap out Apollo for this next set. It's basically just.
It's
good.
literally the same. Yeah. Um,
It's literally the
we
same.
have Ephemeral Demon Princess. So this is Ginsetsu and Yuzuki's heir,
Yeah.
quote unquote. So 8 cost 4/6
Their
bronze.
adopted daughter.
Select 2 enemy followers on the field and destroy them. Deal 4 damage to your leader and shield storm. Take 2 card. I really
Take 2 cards.
there's really not much
Pretty.
to say. It's a take 2
In,
card.
I'm
And
bad
she
at
would
take
also just be
2. I'm
better
bad at
if
take
she
2.
didn't get like. I think 4 is just a tiny bit too much. I think 3 would have been more reasonable. I get
I
why
think
it's
2. I think
4.
it should have just been 2.
Don't get me wrong.
To be honest.
Yeah, it should have
No,
been 2. 1
no,
per
no.
follower.
God. It's an 8 cost card. It's gotta be a high cost for such power.
Wow.
The
Okay.
reason
Whoa.
the
For
reason it's
real.
the reason it's deal 4 damage to yourself is because you heal 4 from conceptually
Right, yeah,
need to keep it.
it offsets it.
Imagine it, Link. If you
Mhm.
super evolve it, it's an Odin. That's too strong.
Wow. Crazy.
Wow.
Next, we have March of the
Crazy.
Brutes, 4 cost bronze, deal 2 damage to 2 random
Let's
enemy
go,
followers
baby.
and the enemy leader. So other than the fact that this is a take 2 card, it's like an aggro Abyss card. I just don't see this being
It's
played in
aggro Abyss.
mid-range, but for aggro, for sure.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think it's all right. I personally think it's like 2.53. I think 4 cost is a bit for it. I think it would have been
Oh.
much better as like a 3 cost card. It would actually be like a lot better.
Okay. Picture this. You're fighting aggro Abyss, right? You're playing Wardhaven fighting aggro. So you made it to turn 7. You made it to turn 6. You're on 2 health. Then you're like, okay, I play my Wilbur. As long as they don't Odin me, I'll be fine. I can play 8 turns to stay, and you're pulling these 2 damage.
See, I think the problem
in
there
that
is that
exa-
we're
and-
assuming
and-
I'm at 2 HP by turn
and
6.
in that exact
Yeah.
and in that exact scenario, this is a 5 out of 5 card.
Well, yeah.
Any other
but then,
scenario is kind of
yeah, but
I think Rage of Servants is a 10 out of 10 card in that scenario in general.
yeah. Just play Major Serpents. I just want to
also,
make
guys,
funny
like,
joke.
nice 4 cost. Just play Exela. You literally can just play Shadowcraft turn 3. That's a 4 damage. That's 6 damage to face.
Right, so we have Supplicant of Entwining, the 4/4/4 silver. Select a mode, deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower, or restore 2 defense to your leader, and then do the same thing again. Again, it's another mode card for the quest while it's dealing with board. So I think this card is very good. In terms of general usage, like,
Yeah.
it's kind of
It's all right.
That's
General
me.
in general usage is in the mode deck it's pretty good, but in general usage is kind of actually even in the mode deck I think I only play in my current on paper build I only run like 2 of this because you have better things to do in turn 4, but it is not bad. It is a 4/4/4.
yeah.
It's good going first. It's really good going first because it deals with the board
Yeah.
without having to spend it evolve. It's really good going first, but if this card, it's also not bad going second. However, it is just not enough,
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, the only reason I say playing this is at 3 is because you need to build up your faith enough to get to that point first.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's like actually you kind of need to.
Fair enough.
3. But
That's
yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. It's just
Next we have Spirited Gravekeeper, 2/2 silver, enhance 7, reanimate 5, reanimate 3. Okay, take 2. Really don't have to say like enhance
Take
7
2
for
card.
that.
What
Yeah.
in the world? What?
Yeah,
What?
yep, take 2. Moving on. Castle of Entwining. This is the ticket here for this archetype. 2 cost silver amulet. Select a mode, draw a card, or give a random allied follower +1/+1. Engage 1, destroy this, and do the fanfare again. So in other words, it's an EP less double mode because okay, I'll explain it for the next card, but this card's 5 out of 5. Like it's great for the archetype.
5 out of 5.
Yeah.
And it's another
Hold
draw
on.
for
It is
Abyss.
absolutely 5 out of 5.
I just like to say, for having this kind of card right here, just go back to that previous card. They really made this card, and then proceed to say, "All right, we need to get Abysscraft other stuff. Here, have this. All right, so back to mode.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit. We need to support like reanimate. Quick, give them random bullshit.
I like how it's 2 cost, but it's enhanced 7. Like, yeah, let me just play this 6 turns later, actually. Next we have Congregant of Entwining, 5/4/4 gold. Select a mode, summon itself, and give that and this follower a rush, or summon itself and give that and this follower reward, or give all copies of itself +2/+2, and on Super Evo, do it again.
Now hold on a second. Now hold on a second. Leviton Dragon. I didn't know you were in Abysscraft. What the hell?
I think this card's really
right?
good. I think
No,
this
no,
card's
this is-
insanely.
I think this card is insane
No, no,
value, especially post quest.
I will say one thing. It peeves me just a really tiny bit that this not their Havencraft.
Like
What?
Yeah, because it's 4-4.
once you get your game time going, once you get your game time going, this card is 5 out of 5.
Oh,
Till then,
yeah.
it's like 3.54. But like once you hit at least that first extra mode hit, like it is disgusting because this just lets you do everything you would ever want.
I just
And-
And
can't.
and hey-
with just evolving it. Oh, it's super. Even if
It's
super
super
evolved, it's
evo.
still good.
Yeah.
I-
Um.
Hypothetically, if you get to 20 faith, this thing lets you do insane shit. But that's you getting to 20 faith. Like that's
I just can't wait for
Yes,
someone to
exactly.
drop this post quest against me and then like Himika and board lock them. That would be so good. We'll talk about Himika when we get there, guys. It's one of my favorites.
right.
Next, we have Screaming and Loathing, 3 cost gold. So this one selects 2
Rereading
modes.
some
You can either
cards.
recover 1 play point, draw a follower, draw 3 cost spell, which can be itself, or deal 4 damage to an enemy follower. Now, just keep in mind, just because it selects 2 modes doesn't mean it gives you 2 fates. It's actually still 1
It
fate.
gives you one faith. It's only one
Guys,
faith.
guys,
Thank
but
goodness.
like Jerry support, it draws Jerry.
True.
Yeah, someone
I
did
gotta
that.
say though, this card is
Someone did
great
math.
with Castle because this and Castle gives you like 3 fate counters by turn 3, which means like you are like well on your way to like get the fates because you just pick 1 play point and whatever else, and then you can engage the castle for that 1 play point.
Depending on the board state, if you want to engage castle that same turn, you're probably taking deal 4 damage. But if you're not looking to engage castle that turn, you could probably just go like draw a follower and then deal 4, or like draw 3 fast spell and deal 4. But it's absolutely fine.
Yeah, like
I
I think
can't
this
wait for
card is
that.
great.
It's
I
great.
can't wait
It's
for
so
that one-
flexible. It's so
I can't wait
flexible,
for
and
that
also. Yep. Sorry. Yeah.
I was gonna say I can't wait for that one situation where I'm at 5. I play this, deal 4, and then wait. I just realized, can't I just play this, gain 1 play point, and then get another 3 cost, get this again, and just
Yeah,
do
but
whatever
I mean, you're
want
gonna
after?
run out of play points at some point. Unless you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like, or
also-
even you can just like get this, like if you want to just like get a copy of itself and like deal 4
Turbo
damage
mode.
or draw a follower.
Just-
Like yeah, you can do that if it's the only 3 cost spell in your deck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
you-
someone on Twitter pointed out if you build an Abysscraft deck with Jeremy as your only follower and you play all the other Abysscraft cards and like try to draw followers, you have a 99% chance to draw Jeremy 24.
Yeah, because like you have the mode bronze spell from like set 1 that draws a follower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you have
this
this,
card's
so
great. Give it 5 out of 5 for me. Maybe that's a
5.
little that's
Five.
pushing it, but I do think this is like a great tempo. I think it's a great
Yeah.
card for a spell. It does good.
Here's
Right,
Yeah,
your-
now here's the quests for the entire archetype. So Shamnacha, aka the Faker, Heir to Entwining, 2/2/2 legendary, fanfare, reduce the fate of her by 10 to give it increase the number of modes you can select by 1, and then Super Evo, steal or destroy an enemy follower and steal it, adding it to your hand. And fate is basically, if you have Shamnacha in your deck, you can start the game with a fate counter as a crest, and it starts at 0, and it has the ability that when you select modes, you increase fate by 1. So you're trying to get to 10 fate so that you can minus 10 in order to get this effect. And you can do that even after you get this, but you probably won't because the game will probably be done before that point.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I think she'd be at least a 4, but to be honest, it'll be hard to tell exactly how she plays until we get her, so we can't make complete
True.
judgments on her just yet.
I gotta say,
Yeah.
for her
Oh.
gimmick, like she's great. As a card, I don't know.
I will
She
say,
really-
I
she
will
really
say, I will
only
say.
strong- like, I mean, I guess yeah, the Super Evo is like really the only thing you're looking for that kind of thing. If you're playing her in a regular deck, because you can just steal anything. So if there's anything you want to steal, like, oh here, let me have a Kuon. So it in my thing.
That's so funny. Let me have a cool one. Thank you.
No.
Let me have
The
Kuon
the best
in
thing.
Abyss.
So here's the thing. This card, I could see this card be the center of some like content farm videos.
Yeah.
It's like, what if Abysscraft had access to Fenny? And then just like do like it's like, hey guys, today we're gonna test out Shamnacha and what happens if we play Fenny in Abysscraft.
Now I'll do you
So we're
one
gonna
better.
kill-
I'll
get-
steal your Ryo. Because I'll definitely see a Ryo.
Oh.
It's
Here,
I can see
let me steal
content
your Genesis
farm.
Dragon Reborn.
Yeah, this is I
Or
think
your or let me steal even better. Let me steal your Forte. Forte's an Abyss now.
Yep.
no. So I think this card's good for the mode deck. We like the mode deck's probably I want to say probably tier one, if not
Mhm.
at least like one like high tier two, almost tier one. And I think this card's good. I think this card's good.
Mhm.
Outside of the mode deck, it's absolutely not that good because why are we burning a super evolve on this one? Because super evolve Cerberus or like
Yeah.
or some like just super
I
evolve
gotta
Cerberus and
say,
win the
like, that's
game.
the main thing about this card, because, like, it's obviously really good. It's just that it doesn't actually do anything when you play it. It's kind of just like a body that's, like, there.
Hey,
For me,
you know what you could do though? You could reanimate this off Char Karo and
Karen,
like randomly steal some super
I mean,
evolve.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can, technically. But the
It's
fanfare won't
funny.
activate.
Okay, it's funny. The fanfare
Uh,
won't activate, but if you play on turn two as a 2/2, you can randomly super evolve it and like steal something when it least expects it. Funny.
Yeah. Okay, now we have Rule 9 Valeric Screaming Desire
Oh.
Manifest. Yes, that is its name, even though it's not there. That's a Japanese name.
Because
Fanfare.
it's really
Because
long.
it's too long, yes. Select a mode, add
Yeah.
a Scream Diffusion to your hand, or add a Wings of Desire. Oh, by the way, they're a 7/5/5 legendary. Screaming Diffusion is a 0 cost. Summon 2 copies of them and give those 2 copies rush. Or you can get Wings of Desire, which gives one of them, well, which is like just the one you have, Storm. And obviously, if you have
Yeah.
Shamnacha active, you get both immediately.
Yeah. So
I think
in the mode deck, this is an easy 5 out of 5. Outside of it, it's still really good. It provides a lot of potential. Like Medusa still can clear more, but this provides some really multiple bodies that can do some disgusting stuff, and you can option
Chris
it for
Ash.
Storm, which is really strong.
And keep in mind, here's the thing you gotta keep in mind. You don't immediately have to use the storm spell. You can hold on to it and wait for a later turn to, maybe get a second copy of it to get like when you complete your quest and you get the 2 copies of it, you can play the scream
Yes.
and then and use both Wings of Desires and target both of them to give 10 damage storm. This thing has some like insane like burst damage potential that Abysscraft definitely did not need, but now it has more burst damage potential. And there's like
Yeah.
I believe someone on Twitter already made like a post where like they were like, hey, here's some like insane damage counts you can do with like Rule 9 Valorant combos, or as I like call it, mommy and daddy.
Yeah.
I don't really think Rule
It
9
is
gives
mommy and
daddy vibes, but to each their
This-
own.
Yeah, that's also true.
Right. Well, that's all of
Valoric's definitely a
Abyss.
mommy though.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna give this like. There's not really any misses. Like there's like no, there's 3 misses. I'll give the a 4/5. Like if there's too many misses,
It's a
like
4 to
I'm gonna
5.
give it a lower score.
And there's 3 misses, but the goods are pretty good. The misses are not honestly not too bad of a miss. Like honestly the only real quote unquote true miss for me would be the Spirited Gravekeeper. That's like the only one where that's the
Yeah.
only card where I can't see myself running it in any deck. Ephemeral Demon Princess has Storm and destroys some things, has potential. That thing has potential. It's like a second Odin basically sometimes. And March of the Brutes is like big good in aggro abyss. So like the only card that I can't see myself running in anything is Spirited Gravekeeper.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
honestly, 4 out of 5 could even be 4.5 out of 5. I like it. I like it this one.
Yep.
So,
Now we move on to my favorite class and my expertise. So we have Havencraft here.
Ooh.
We have
yes, real quick. I would like to point out that the faith mechanic did not go to
It's not in Haven.
Havencraft.
Yes. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Actually, I know why
that
in
is the
lore,
weird
but
part.
it doesn't make sense in like meta standpoint. Right. So we have 204 Bronze Devotee of Repose. Fanfare, get the crest. Countdown 4. At the end of your turn, if allied followers didn't attack this turn, give a random allied follower on your field -2 attack and ward. So if you play this on turn 2, this guy is a 0/2 ward. Sorry, 0/4. Or actually, -2. I don't think we go into. No, we do. We go into negatives?
We don't go negative attack.
Okay.
Health can go to negative. I don't go attacking go to negative.
Okay, so yeah, it's just a 0/4 ward basically. we have Wilbert's heir, Knight of the Holy
we
Order.
didn't even talk. We didn't even talk about the crest.
Oh, sorry. Great. It's amazing. I love it.
Good card.
Great
Good card.
card. Like it gives
5
you
out of 5.
more defense for the control deck. This deck is purely control. Like there's nothing bad about this card.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the bad
Yeah.
thing about it is that it kind of like in the late
You
game it's
can
kind of
block
whatever,
block-
but
You
still.
can block
Yeah.
room with onions.
Oh my gosh, so
You
true
can
though,
board
because
lock
like you have
with
no
onions,
attack.
so true.
Right, Knight of the Holy Order. This is Wilbert's heir, 2/2 bronze. Whenever ward, whenever this follower is given attack or defense, restore 1 defense to your leader. It's good. Like it
It's
supports
just,
Wardhaven. Like this
yeah,
is the
it's
only
just
heir
power.
to the challengers that like actually like I'm pretty sure this is the only heir to the challengers that we read that actually does something. Unless we're counting
That
the
actually
rush.
supports the challenge.
Yeah, like that actually does something to help
Well,
the challenger.
This
Yeah.
this heals you one when you summon it. You know, off like it heal like the fact that it's not fanfare. It's like whenever you get
Yeah.
like it works off Aether. It heals.
Yeah,
It heals
you
one.
heal
off Aether,
one when you
really good.
play it post Wilbert. You heal one off of Aether's Super Evo. You heal one if you play Darkhaven. You heal one if you
Yeah.
play Divine. Was it Authority? No, it's like the one cost silver spell that like
Divine Guard.
Divine Guard. Yeah, like,
Divine Guard.
there's many ways to like use these cards to heal.
It's good.
It's
Mhm.
good.
I like this card a lot.
But but yeah, I'm gonna give it like a 4 out of 5. It could be better, but like it's already so solid, so I'm gonna give it that.
Mhm.
We have Blinding Fate, 4 cost bronze, by deal 3 damage to all enemy followers, enhance 8, draw 3 cards, finally some draw in Haven. Of course, it's turn 8. 3 cards and restore 3 defense to your leader. I think this card is good.
Hey.
I think it's kind of underlooked because, especially for repos, we can't attack, so we can't spend EP for anything that like actually uses attack. And so like for stuff like Salefa, like we can't swing with Salefa. So I
True.
think like extra ways to clear board without having to having to rely on attack is great, especially as AoE. And this is turn 4, so it's a turn earlier than Salefa. So if we don't go second, or if we already use our coin, like this is here for us. And enhance it is actually not too bad. I'm quite optimistic about it. It's kind of very expensive, obviously, but at some point, like for example, if you Himika like a turn 7 board, that board's locked and then they die at the end of their turn, so you can like freely do this on turn 8 to clear any remaining low cost or low statted followers they have. I'm explaining a lot for this card, but I believe in this card.
I think this card is good in the simple fact that not a lot of people like talk about what happens after both players burn all their evolution points
Right,
and they
right.
burn through all their big cards. Right, this card in the late game is insane because guess what? If your opponent's on top deck,
Oh,
right,
yeah.
and top deck with all their low cost guys, like let's say you're playing against Swordcraft and they just play Luminous Lance Trooper, like Valsay, all the small guys. This both helps you heal up the health we lost from that, refuels your hand, and clears the board. Like not a lot of people talk about the punching back. I like to call it the fist fighting part of Shadowverse, where at the end of the match, if both players like burn through all the evil points and burn through all the card draw, where they're just like left in like this basically equivalent of a boxing arena, this card will save your ass.
Yeah.
Like I overlooked it at first, but when I thought about the amount of times I lost in the late game because my opponent top deck a draw spell that let them just get that one extra card to look at that won them the game.
And obviously
Yeah.
I
this
was like,
is
oh, actually, this is cool.
this is a fantastic take-two card. Like it's just really good.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
too.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
another thing to add about Havencraft is, hey, you know, if people are like, oh, but you don't get any board state, and then what if you can't clear anything? You have amulets.
Yeah.
You have amulets to
Mhm.
stick on the field to do shit. for you.
I
Like,
gotta
this is cool.
say, I'm glazing this card because I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. But
I think
I
it's a-
don't
I-
regret it. If
from
I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But like, I believe.
Unbiased,
believe.
unbiased standpoint, I genuinely think this is a 4. Like I like this card.
Same. I also think
Like-
it's a 4. It's unbiased.
I think people overlook this card. I think this card's actually good.
Yep.
Mhm.
Next we have Supplicant of Repose, 3/1/4 silver, gain crest, and it has ward. At the end of your turn, if allied followers didn't attack this turn, restore 1 defense to your leader. So if basically it's a heal
Right.
4 total. Very good.
It's solid.
It's a curve
I
with
like it.
good stats with ward and actually has attack stats, so it can kill like fairies and knights or whatever that like exists.
No, but if you play the devotee the turn before, it has 0 attack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, that's fine. It has 6 defense. It has 6 defense now, so it's fine. Yeah. I think like I give this, like, for the archetype, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 because it's healing. It's like
We did
it's like
the bolt walking sword in set 3.
but as a general card, like for Wardhaven,
I
I
would play this
guess
in Warhaven.
I think it's a
I would play
I
this
think
in
I'll
Warhaven.
give this a 3. A 3 out of 5 total.
I would
Yeah.
I would maybe play like
Mhm.
1 or 2 in Warhaven. Just
The
like
thing about it is that,
anti-aggro
like, in
tool.
Wardhaven you actually swing, so like this card's kind of like,
Yep.
doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah, no, but here's the thing about that, right? Hypothetically, if you play one or two copies of this, you play this on turn 3, you get your healing, or you get your 1 heal. It's a 1/4 board, right? And when you pull it off 8 turn, you're not gonna care about the press anyways. You just want the stats. I think it's fine.
Yeah. All right,
It's good
100 out of
anti-aggro.
this card is 100
Oh.
out of 100. Best card in the
Yeah.
entire set.
Motherfucker.
3 cost, Temple of
Motherfucker.
Repose, silver. Countdown 4, last words. Restore 2 defense to your leader and give your leader barrier, which means you basically protect yourself from the next instance of damage that you receive. Which means you poop on Forrest's face, because I was crying about Izudia, because, like, oh, why did they print another anti-control card in the same set? They gave me a control deck, and then Repose is here to, like, don't worry, we got you. And you know what else? The engage is for and the engage is for free to advance
Yeah, so
to
this-
advance the
this-
amulets by X number of crests you have. Yeah.
I didn't even see this card until now. I completely skipped past it. This is actually insanely strong. It is the first card to give your leader barrier, and in WB, it is
You
so good.
You don't understand. You don't understand. Oh, I think Kate died. No, that was Kate.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So here's it. You don't understand the amount of joy I felt when I saw Izulia. I was like, yes, anti-Wardhaven. And then I saw this card. And I was like,
Yeah, that is.
What were you
that
saying?
is the
What were you
sad part.
saying?
That is the sad part.
And
I
the
was
thing
like,
is,
what?
Wardhaven can advance this because they have Grimnir
you have
and
Wilbur
Wilbur,
Crest.
so it's a -2.
Oh,
Yeah.
true. Yes.
I'm sorry, but like Haven
genuinely-
really needed this though. Like Haven, like I
Yes,
don't care if
okay, yeah,
Ward was
Haven
like,
did need it.
I don't care if Ward was like actually relevant in competitive settings, because that's competitive settings. Like you kind of like have an idea what you're fighting.
No, see-
In ladder, it's like,
Yeah, see,
yeah, go ahead.
I was supposed to see. The thing is, the way you use Wardhaven, like I like the way Wardhaven functions in competitive settings. It's because it's very simple. You queue a good deck and you queue Wardhaven, right? But when you see your opponent has Roach, you know that you have to play this like mind game with your opponent. It's like, are you gonna risk queuing your Roach into my Wardhaven and lose the matchup completely? And I think it's really funny that Haven acts as this the Roach deterrent.
That's like our main niche at the moment. Like we just
I do like the fact that I don't, intentional or not, I do like the fact that like there is at least one deck that is designed like that, where you bring it into a competitive setting not because it's good, but because it counters a specific deck that might be bad against your other deck. Because for me, I think the one time I used Wardhaven in competitive, I brought Abysscraft as another deck. I control like a defensive version of mid Abyss. I was like really functional. And that deck suffered a lot against Roach because they can just OTK me. You know?
Mhm.
So when I brought Wardhaven, nobody played Roach against me and I had a good time.
Yep.
Until I break 17 times in a row.
Okay.
You can't stop the play.
Yeah, like there's
can't stop
not much left to say. This card is just great. Like I was at my university when I read this card. I was like, oh, okay, the cards are out, and I read it. I was like, no way, like they actually did it, and I was like, so hyped for it.
For my Azulia players out there, if you see your opponent play this card, save a super evolved coin or something like that, so you can ping the 1 damage onto them before you play your Azulia. Do not misplay. I beg of you.
Don't worry, guys. We have Holy Vessel for that. Don't leave a board.
Nah!
Now we have Winged Lion Statue, 3 cost silver. Countdown 3, last word summon Holy Falcon and Holy Flame Tiger. Falcon is a 2/2 storm. Holy Tiger is a 4/4 rush. Engage 1, advances MS count by 1. I think this card's solid. It's a good amulet curve drop for really about anything. but specifically for like Stormhaven, like it gives you a Falcon and Tiger, which like it's a really great tempo thing. It's the only downside for it is that it does drop on turn 5, like no matter how much you swing it. If it
Yeah, it
starts
takes a
turn
little
3.
bit.
But like the value you get out of it is like I
Mhm.
think it's worth it. Like the value is worth it.
When this card was revealed, my friend asked me, I was like, does this card seem like a little bit like slow? And I was like, buddy, Havencraft is slow. It's good.
Yeah, I mean we are the slow class.
It's a
Mhm.
good card. I like this a lot. The fact that it gives you 6/6 worth of stats that can all attack immediately the turn it pops is like
Yeah,
insane.
it's great. It can
It's
also be
great.
searched
And
by
the
Rodeo.
one thing it can be searched by Rodeo. And one thing that
Mhm.
is nice to mention, since it comes out turn 5, in combination with Celefa, this clears things that might be a little bit too tall for the 3 damage to
Like Anna
like
and Grea.
cleanly clear, you know? Like adding this like helps you like this amulet that pops on turn 5 alongside your Celefa cleanly helps you clear like Anagrea. It helps you clear your opponents like Cynthia's if Cynthia's still relevant. It clears Zirconia really
I was
well. And
gonna
it, like
say
all like
Alouette,
the
but I was
things
like, when was the last time I've seen an artifact player on
no,
ladder?
okay, I mean to be fair, it does I mean like you say that, but you know, like artifact some people still play artifact and this is good. Like with combinations of Celefa, this helps you cleanly clear it. And the main point is like some people would say, oh yeah, but like Celefa could already do that by herself. The problem with Celefa doing by herself is by the end of that interaction, you don't have a ward follower on the field.
Mm-hmm.
This lets you
Mhm.
keep Celefa on the field and help, which is the important part.
Yeah,
True. Yeah, it does help with that a lot. Yeah.
I give this a 4 out of 5.
It is a
Next,
4. I like this
we
card a
have
lot.
Congregant of Repose, 5/2 for gold. So fanfare, destroy an enemy follower, evolve,
Mhm.
get her crest, and her crest says, if you didn't attack this turn, draw a follower with 4 defense. She is 5 out of
This saves the
5
deck.
for this archetype.
It
It's
saves the
like
deck.
gate.
It saves the deck.
It's
Yeah.
not
It
only
genuinely saves the deck.
consistency for the deck, but it's like a search. Like it's not a random draw; it's a search, and it's draw 4. It's 4 cards
It is
drawing.
for it's draw 4, fanfare destroy. Hey, that's not an evolved destroy, that's fanfare destroy. Pretty
Yeah, so
fucking
like
good.
excess copies
And
of it isn't that
Oh,
bad.
yeah,
Okay.
and
Also,
like and
I just want you to look at her evolved form. Look how beautiful that looks.
I don't know why it's not clicking. Here we go. Oh yeah, I
it
see it.
looks really
I
good.
didn't see
That
that
looks
before.
that
It's
looks
great.
it looks insanely good, yeah. But yeah, the fact
I
that
know
this
it's irrelevant to the card, but like
No, it's
this is a
relevant.
very good
It's
effect and
relevant.
everything.
We
it's
have to
relevant, you're gonna
evolve her.
evolve this. You're
We
gonna
have
evolve
to
this.
evolve her. It's
It's
relevant.
relevant, yeah. Yeah.
True. Okay.
I
Yeah.
think
Good point. Good point. Good point.
I think this card is it like this card. I believe single-handedly saved the archetype. I believe if you had you should art more for this. It's that good.
And
Mhm.
you can draw 5
Yeah.
with Marvin's spell because like we'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah,
Like it
it's
increases the countdown by
yeah.
1 more.
So this and the nice thing is that this card specifically finds
Oh.
you every single card in the archetype because
Mm-hmm.
every single card in this archetype has 4
4
defense. So
defense.
this
Yeah.
card finds copies of herself, finds Marwyn, finds Himeka, finds your like the bronze and the silver followers.
Which I don't think will
It's all in one
run,
card.
but that's already good enough that like she finds herself Marwyn and Himika.
Yeah, I feel like we still run the bronze one because I think the bronze one's pretty good. Like the bronze guy that like gains board early, it's pretty good. But maybe not at 3, maybe like 1
Oh,
or
it
2.
searches
But
this.
this card,
Yeah.
yeah, so
Every card in archetype.
yeah, those,
Right.
yeah, that's what's happening.
Right. So yeah, 4. No. Yeah, 5 out of 5. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5.
5 insane card.
Okay, Shining Disenchantment, 4 costs. Amulet countdown
Oh.
4. Last words deal 4 damage, split between all enemies, and restore 4 defense to your leader. Advanced and amulet counts by X equals the crest you have. Okay, so I have a love hate relationship with this card because I don't understand why it's like 4 damage split and restore 4 defense for 4 PP. Like, why is it so expensive
Mm.
for that much? And
It is
like I mean maybe
overcosted,
I
yeah.
may
Yeah.
sound crazy when I say that, like wow, like 4, like you want it to be like 2 costs or 3 costs to deal 4 damage and heal 4, but I'm just saying like 4
I
costs
guess
drop like is such a tempo loss because it doesn't go off when you drop it
Yeah.
on that.
okay, so like I see the vision, right? Like the vision is that on an empty board, Marvin's Quest plus this deals 9 damage to enemy face. Like that's the vision, right? And I
think-
guess that's the reason why they had to overcost it.
I think the reason why like what I think what they wanted you to do with this card is that it's not meant to be like a curve drop. It's meant to be like, oh, it's like turn
Your combo
7.
kill your opponent.
Like oh no, like it's like turn 7. You have like 4 crests, and you need a way to like clear board
Okay.
without actually hitting face, and you don't want to spend Himika because it's a small board, so you just play this. It's
Oh.
just so expensive.
Hey,
Yeah.
Link, you know what? This goes Valse. This goes an ambush
Yeah,
Valse.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, it
Okay,
does.
I will
Yeah.
say, I will say the fact that it can burn face though means that we can do some like we can run one copy of like Chalice in like propose to just like chalice the enemy board and then have Marwins plus this pop off and then burn your opponent's face like infinitely.
See, I'm gonna give this card like a cautiously optimistic 3 out of 5. Like I would have given it a 2,
It
but
is-
I think it has I think it can be something.
It has a,
It's not utterly
there is
useless.
a
Like
there
there's
is
something there.
there is definitely a time and place for this card. I think that again, I think the fact that it facilitates more burn damage on top of Marwin's already existing burn damage is pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like the sad part is I feel like the fact that it was burn damage, the fact that they made it overcosted. Like,
Yeah.
if it was like a 3 or 2 play point card that only dealt damage split between enemy followers, then they probably could have made it exist. But because it deals damage to enemy phase 2, which is the whole reason.
See,
why
I
they
probably
did it
would have
before.
accepted if it didn't hit face and it just hit the followers, because at least like that would
Yeah.
confirm the 5 face from our win already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly though, I do see the vision. I see the really. I mean, it's not going to be that rare, but I do see the scenario come up where your opponent's empty board or like a small board, where this plus Marwin, like maybe like on turn 8, 2 copies of this plus Marwin's press finds you.
Yeah, that would be like
Mhm.
13 damage. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like yeah.
Like,
Thankfully, we'll get to a second, but like Marwin, if you're going second, which is I think personally would prefer as a stack, you get Marwin's crest on turn 4, and that will just help snowball everything.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good. I think it's like I'm gonna give it a solid 3 out of 5 because like
I want to run
I'm giving
it
a solid.
because
Yeah.
Marwin's hot, and I'm not ashamed to say
Okay,
that.
you know what, that's fair.
You know, I don't
You
care
know
if
what, that's
Marwin's
pretty-
space is like that. I don't care. Like,
Bro,
I like
bro
Marwin.
hit,
Okay.
bro hit the gym. Bro hit the gym.
Bro hit the gym.
For
He did hit
all
the gym, I
the
do agree.
for all the people who didn't know, in Shadowverse 1, his Marwin's original form was obese.
Yeah,
Bro was
he
big.
was basically
Oh
like
yeah,
a
you're right. I didn't even think about that.
he was like a
Yeah,
happy
and then-
he was
and
like a
then
happy
when-
hour dude.
Yeah, he was like
Yeah.
a very laid back, chill dude, very like big, obese guy. And then he lost. And then he basically said, "Fuck you, fuck everything. I'm gonna go work out," and came out like this.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
I
kinda
don't
nuts,
blame
actually,
I love him for that. Anyways, we have my heir. So Haven's heir, Himika, heir to repose, 604 legendary, and she gets her crest, and Super Evo sets all enemy followers attack to 4, and then countdown 4 at the end of the turn. If she's on the field, you give X random enemy followers with 4 attack or less can't attack in general, and at the end of the turn, banish that card and X is the number of crests you have. So she's basically Laimaga, but like on steroids, because she board locks the existing board, and they kill themselves at the end of your opponent's turn. So meaning you board lock them on their turn, and then at the end of their turn, they don't have a board for you to deal with on your turn, which means it opens way for Marwin the next turn. It okay, I will say, like, people have already started discussing that it's kind of anti-synergistic with Marwin, because Marwin hits the board and she wants you to stick with the board. I myself even thought about that, but I don't think it's really that big of a setback.
It's not that big of a deal. Like, you're probably like at that point, like, okay, sure, you stop 1 or 2 followers from being locked. Your opponent has 3 more followers locked in the field. They're not gonna be able to do much.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
either way, the job here is to kill the board, and like for
Like, the job
anything
is to
small,
kill
it
the board.
kills the board.
And
anything-
hey, remember that
Yeah.
remember that thing where we said we need an empty board so Marwin plus the amulet can do 13 burn damage?
Yeah, she basically confirms that the
Yes.
board is going to be empty. If
Yeah,
It-
by
it-
the end of their turn.
yeah.
Even though it takes a turn, it will just confirm the board is empty, which helps a ton.
Well, I guess I shouldn't say it
And also, I
confirms.
will say,
It really helps because like obviously they can still play. Like
does
if you
help.
don't it didn't board lock their entire board, they can play new followers. But like it helps.
Yeah.
It makes it
Yeah.
easier for you.
Hey, if your
Mhm.
opponent's dumb enough to play like Amelia Luminous Magus into this, they just do the match. Anyways,
Oh, that's just a free. That's just a free freaking like turn. Like
That's
thank you
just
so
free,
much
yeah.
for the free board wipe.
Thank you so much. Yeah, but also like I also will say, I like the whole theming thing where she sets the enemy's attack to 4 and she banishes 4.
Yeah, she
That's
basically
kinda cute.
ensures that if there's
Mhm.
anything too big, like she spends for Evo, no, there you go. Because like she can't
No,
attack.
no, I
We're
thought
not
no,
allowed to attack.
I was saying it's kind of cute because it's Marvin's whole thing.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah,
just
I get that
die.
too. Like
It's just
everything
she does
about everything is about 4. Like 4 attack, 4 defense,
yeah.
4 costs.
Yeah, and the fact that she sets that in attack to 4, she banishes 4, she has 4 defense. I think it's so cute.
Countdown 4.
Uh, yeah, countdown 4. Yeah, she's like that devoted to Marvin, which does show in her lore.
Yeah, she's a little too devoted.
Mhm.
I read the lore. She's a little too
Okay,
devoted.
okay. To be fair, Link, if you were in her position, you would be that devoted.
I
too.
will
You
be
don't- you
devoted for
can't
those
lie to me.
abs.
Exactly,
Those abs
you would be
saves
devoted.
my life.
You can't lie to me, Link. We all know that you would be exactly like Himeka given your position.
Truth.
Like if you were in her position.
Yeah. Um, I'll give this card 5 out of 5. I just like it. I like it is. I can't deny that it is a little awkward with Morrowind's Crest, but at the end of the day, it's extra vessels in the deck whilst being a board lock. Like I honestly
I
can't
think
complain about it at all.
Yeah, I think this is a. I mean, it's a 5 out of 5 in Crest. It's like a 3 out of 5, maybe even 2 outside of it. It doesn't have much use outside of it, but like, you're just gonna play this in the post deck. It's
Yeah,
meant
like I
for
don't
that.
really think it's meant for anything else.
Yeah.
She's so devoted to Marwyn. She actively does fucking nothing if you don't
Against
play
every
with
yes,
Marwyn.
yeah. And speaking of which,
Yeah.
we have Marwyn. Despair Manifest
Mhm.
4/4/4 legendary fanfare. Add a torrent of despair. Evolve, gain his crest, and his crest at the end of your turn. If allied players didn't attack, deal X damage split between all enemies. X is the number of crests you have, so you can deal up to 5 damage, and you can hit face. This is what it looks like.
Hit
He's
face.
just Bing chilling, right here. And his amulet, or not him, his spell is a 2 cost. Manage a random enemy follower from the field and delay the counts of all your crests by 1. So all those countdown 4s, they become countdown 5s, and so on. So
Yep.
it's really good.
Good card. Enables archetype, burn damage.
It's definitely much
solid.
better going second, but you know you
It
can't
is
have
definitely much
everything.
more. It's like a Zirconia situation again.
I do like that extra copies of Morrowind gets you more Torrent of Despair, so you don't have to play like you don't have to wait for like the countdown to die and then play a new follower to like replace the countdown. You can just like play another Morrowind, banish something, and then whatchamacallit, banish something and then delay the counts again. I do wish this was a choice. I wish it wasn't. I get the upsides of being random, but I mostly wish it was a choice because I think
I
choice
think
is
if it was
better.
a choice, it probably would. If it was a choice, it probably have to bump the cost and fail. Probably.
And we don't need any more forecasts in Haven.
Yeah, and I will say there is definite upsides. I actually prefer it to be random on the sole fact that this entire deck is so anti-ambush and anti-intimidate. It's so funny.
Yeah, really, I really appreciate that.
I know it's their whole thing, but my only downside with how the deck works is that you can't attack, and that means you really have to focus on all your removal options that make sure you can like utilize them without actually using followers that attack.
Yeah.
You also have to not brain fart and evolve and swing into something.
Yeah, you have to like shake off that
Exactly.
mentality. I did say that I really wish Haven got something like a soul conversion or whatever. Like some like Haven in Shadowverse Classic had a card called Dark Offering, which was kind of like a very costly card. But the idea was that it destroyed a card in your field, so it would pop your amulets early. Or in this case, if you didn't know, you can actually attack with a follower, and then if you kill it,
Kill
it,
it.
it still activates Marwyn's crest because that follower is no longer a follower
Oh,
on your field. We don't have that,
Yeah,
but it would have
I
been
did
really
not
we
nice
don't have
to have something like that. I mean, we
it would
have
it would
Dark
have been a fun
Side, but Dark Side, let's be real, it's not gonna, it's not gonna kill
no.
it.
So what you play Gilneas. Ah.
yeah, Gillenese would work. Or like Apostle of
Gillily's actually
Veranda,
does
which we'll
work
get to when
because
we get.
she can kill something whilst killing herself, if that makes sense. So like,
I will say, yeah, I will say it is not it's probably the best option, but it is an option because hey, Gilneas will kill something, evolve, give herself -2 health and attack, swing into something, die, and then hey, guess what? Marvin's crest activates.
yep.
And you also heal.
Mhm.
You also heal like 4, which is good. Just don't super effective. Just for love of God, do not super effective. You do
In
that.
general, I am 100% biased, but I think Haven is a 5 out of 5. There is not a single card here that I will say that is like actually garbage. Everything here is usable.
Yeah,
Even Shining
You know,
Disenchantment is
yeah.
usable to me.
so here's the thing about this. It's like other crafts, right? Like in my opinion, like I'm not. I would like to put this out there. I am not a Haven. Okay. But
Yeah.
I just want to say that as a non-Haven maker, from a non-biased standpoint, when I look at this set of cards, other crafts had like
Yeah.
1 or 2 misses. They all had 1 or 2 misses. In my opinion, outside the one that people might the one card that like Blinding Faith people might think is a miss. But I think that this craft, like I give it a 5 on the 5 on the sole fact that there are no misses between these 10 cards that they gave to them.
Yeah,
Like,
I will
are they
also
the
agree
best
on
cards? Are they all the best cards? No, Loot Sword is still better than this, 100%. But like the fact that they gave them no bad cards makes me want to
Yeah.
give this.
They were like, okay, Haven, we knew you were suffering in set 2. Here, no bad cards at all. You don't get a
Yeah,
single bad one.
because even Sword had like 1 or 2 bad cards, like the fucking
Yep.
Kagemitsu follower, like that guy was bad,
Mhm.
right? Like this
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
genuinely like all the cards here.
I
Solid
was
work on
just so
Haven.
pleasantly surprised because I opened this like again while I was at university going home, and I just looked through all the cards. I was like, whoa, like there's not like a single like trash card in this set for me, and I was like, that's crazy because Rune has only trash cards for me.
Yeah, no, this is
Mhm.
genuinely surprising that Rune did not get a single card that I would rate below a 3 out of 5. Like a 3 out of 5 for me is average, right? And the 2 out of 5 is what I consider bad territory. Every card here at minimum is a 3 out of 5. And
Yeah,
most of them I think is a 4. Most of them I think are 4s.
yeah. I
Like Marwyn.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yes, everything. Just before we move on, I will say in context, 4 is actually a very common number for Haven and in SB1 Classic because a lot of Haven's win con or rather quests and like key cards are all 4 costs, like Holy Sanctuary, Illuvia, freaking
Mhm.
Bellerophon. Like 4 costs is just the Haven number. Like 4 is
That
Haven.
that one girl that's basically the heal buff girl from Academy, I forgot her name.
Yeah, that's Illuvia. Yep.
Olivia, yeah.
Right. So we have Portal as our second to the last class.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
Mhm.
we
Yep.
have Devotee of
Oh.
Destruction, 444 bronze. Fanfare, give this follower XX. X is the number of allied cards in your field. Destroy all other allied cards and has ward. You know what? Actually, let's read Lashana first, just because this is the entire thing of the archetype. So
Yes. Yeah.
we'll read Lashana. She's a 4/2/4. Add
Mhm.
Melodious Monody to your hand. She can't be destroyed by abilities, and then evolve summon a White Psalm New Revelation. So Melodious Melodious Monody selects an allied card in your field, destroys it, and deals 4 damage to a random enemy follower. White Psalm New Revelation is an amulet with countdown 1 that when it dies, you restore 1 defense to your leader and you summon Black Psalm New Revelation. And when Black Psalm New Revelation is also a countdown 1, and when it dies, it deals 1 damage to the enemy leader, and then it summons White Psalm New Revelation, and then it cycles
Yep.
on. So it's
It,
a
it's
just keeps
like
looping.
it's a perpetual 1
Yep.
heal, 1 ping.
Mm.
So what do
Yeah,
we think of this
exactly.
strategy?
to
Like
preface
first, what do you guys think? Strategy.
to preface this
I
outright.
uh,
You can go
oh
first.
yeah. Okay, yeah. So it definitely looks promising. You can see the strategy. It's there. It's definitely it'll take time, but that's the point. It's to just be a forever nuisance the entire way through the game. It's supposed to keep them on their toes and make sure they don't just like think they can get away with everything. But yeah, Erica, you can go.
I think that this is well here. So context. I also play Vanguard, and in Vanguard, the deck I play the most is a deck that likes to kill its own cards. This makes me extremely fucking happy. I like decks that let me kill my own cards for advantage. This makes me really happy. The only thing I don't like is it's in Portalcraft instead of Abysscraft, because Abysscraft used to be Shadowcraft that used to kill its own things. That makes me sad. However, I am happy because Luciana is cute.
Yeah. Also, Misty, just to add on to what you said, that's actually very thematic, because Lashana's new form as a melody manifest is that she's literally always in your mind rent free. You can't escape her. If you hear her, like all you think about is her. So of course, you just keep thinking about.
So she's Rick Astley.
And also the benefit to Lashana is okay. So Lashana herself summons White Psalm. I'm not gonna say how much else does it, but like she's not the only card that does this. So Odin cannot completely get rid of her quests. So she will literally just forever be rent free. She is not going to stop. It is just a very straightforward game plan. I think this is also a very turn off your brain kind of deck. You definitely have to be smart in some areas, but it is very simple, very straightforward. Does its job well, I think, or it will do its job well.
I'm gonna be so real with you. I have played Lashana in the past because I do like Lashana as a like I have a weak spot for idols. I play Hololive TCG. I watch Hololive. I have a weak spot for idols. So I played Lashana in the past, and I will say this has been this current iteration of the deck. What is my favorite iteration of the deck? And people might be like, huh? Wait, what do you mean? This deck sucks. It's because this deck is completely saved by their bronzes, golds, and silvers.
I also gotta say, this is like I think this is like the only Lashana iteration that actually plays a lot with the self-destruction mechanic, because she had a lot of those back then, but like it was never really like a core point of her strategy. It was just like, oh, here's a support card that you can like do it, like to help you.
It was just like a side piece. It was just like a side
but it was
piece.
never like the center point. So I quite like
it was
that.
more so destroy a lot of cards so her effect goes off, so then you can play those cards. That's what it was before. This actually plays with destroy yourself frequently, and you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we go back to this card. I think this card is garbage. I guess that's quite harsh.
It's not garbage. It's like
It's definitely not the best. I say 2.53 at the most, because unlike every other card here, it definitely does the least for the strategy.
If it was probably cheaper.
Hi Sai, welcome to the video.
Hello.
Yeah.
I believe it would be better if it was cheaper, because it could be nice to accelerate it could just it acts as a way to accelerate the game plan to like burn and heal and everything like that. You get to control what you want to do. However, it being a 4 cost makes it like, it doesn't make it a turn 4 strategy. It makes it more so a like you want to drop this at turn 5, or probably like after you evolve Lashana, and that's pretty horrible. I feel like, because during the mid game 4 costs are still kind of bad to play, because that will effectively be your turn, and if it was like sorry, you can go ahead.
Oh yeah, I just want to add real quick. Lashana does have a thing that says can't be destroyed by effects, which is why it's worded like this, where it's like it doesn't gain based on how much you destroy, it gains first and then destroys, because Lashana, as per usual, cannot be destroyed by counter effects. And just really point that out for people who might be a little bit confused on the wording.
Yeah, and it seems like a good card in concept, but I mean, I feel like if it had like a Leia cost or something like that, it had like it was like two cost, then
see, like you would have to commit early game to it, which is what you would commit to other cards, to where you would play because you're gonna play this with puppets. Like this is actually really good for puppets specific. I'd say this works better with puppets than it does with the Shanna specifically, because turn 4, turn 5, you can already have enough puppets to where you can literally have this be an 8/8 and they will have problems.
No, yeah, it's because those times with puppets where you accidentally added too many puppets into your hand and you have to throw away some for your puppet theater to actually add a new puppet to your hand. You throw those puppets out, you play this on turn 4. It's a 6/6 board suddenly, and you add a puppet to your hand. And there's a Koya swings into this, and now they only have 2 2/2s on the board, and now you use your puppets.
Oh yeah, it's turn 2, play puppet theater. You'll get that puppet and the puppet end a turn, and then you play on that on turn 3. You play the 2/2 dude who gives you another puppet, and that's already at least 3 puppets by turn 4. That is actually that's literally just so good. Actually, it'll be 4 puppets because you have the end of turn of that turn, and you'll have 4 puppets by the time you get to turn 4. Literally makes so yeah. It is actually literally so for the own archetype it's a part of. It's very meh. Part of puppets, this is at least a 4.
Yeah, I think it's really funny in puppets. I will say you probably still play 1. This is probably your one-off in the destruction deck, just because there are situations. There are situations where you could argue too.
Yeah.
You can argue too. Personally, I put this at 1 copy in my deck just because sometimes you just need a big fuck off board to just stick on the field for a bit,
Yeah. Moving on. We have Relmia's follower, Supersonic Fighter. Fanfare summon Ominous Artifact Gamma. Evolve, select an allied artifact while on the field and give it +3/+3. Okay, take 2 card.
Take 2 card. Also, I've seen some Japanese people talk about this. You can play this as a one-off in non-artifact decks to just get a Gamma, because sometimes puppets cannot deal with 5 followers that all have 3 defense because you don't have physically enough.
I mean I respect that. Yeah, that's
you can.
Like
it is a really solid tech option. Yeah, it's a tech option, and it's solely just because the Ominous Artifact Gamma is that busted for code.
Yeah. Gamma just helps so much.
Gamma is just the most broken. In my opinion, Gamma is the best of the 3 artifact pieces, and the fact that this just summons a Gamma for you. Like, let's all be real. If Gamma by itself was a 5-play from 5/3 that does the exact same thing, but you could put it in your main 40, I think Portalcraft would definitely play multiple copies of it there. This is just but slightly overcosted.
What I find really funny though is now that we have them, there is a deck that it's always been Haven where it couldn't kill Ward and stuff. Now even with Repose, it just cannot kill. So Gamma just does not like Haven. It's scared of Haven.
Yeah, because Haven, all the 4s.
All the 4s.
Post that number. You know what? Gamma would hate Fantastic Four.
Right. Yeah, I'll give this a 3. As the middle of the road.
It's a 3. It's
because of
right.
Yeah.
This one, there's really not much to talk about. It's Bullet, but for puppets, I'm gonna give this a 4.
Yeah.
4. Bullet was just good. Yeah, I don't know if Bullet will still hold up nowadays, but we just need this is a good puppet generator. Yeah. So I think it's gonna.
Good puppet generator. Good removal spell. No.
Yeah, unlike Bullet, this will definitely hold up. I think because for puppets, this is just really good. It helps get them rid of more problematic threats, especially because puppet doesn't have the best cards that can't be attack removal like Forte. It's able to get rid of those a lot easier now with this, and it definitely helps actually the deck keep better focus.
And while we're at it, I'm super disappointed at all the people who couldn't win with Zwei, because now I don't have Zwei, and I would have really loved to have Zwei. Artwork for puppet.
Just blame it
on them. Don't blame it on them.
I blame it on the Koan followers out there.
Yeah, no, that shit was dumbass, Greg. That shit was so bad. They freaking rigged it, man. So dumb.
I want to be in the Chinese server. So bad.
Yeah, I would just say
same. Chinese.
should just give us a free 120
Crystals?
1,200 crystals so that we can buy the.
Buy the stupid
be-
pack bundle or like the sleeve bundle.
I'm gonna be so real with
Sorry.
you. It is extremely funny that the very Chinese themed Runecraft follower did not win in the Chinese server.
That is
Right.
funny.
So ironic, to be
okay,
honest.
that is okay. Looking at it like that, it is funny that we got it and they didn't, and they got that and we didn't get it. That's
It's the
actually
funniest thing ever. Yeah.
Right.
It is the
I
one
would have
laughing
loved
one.
why. I would have loved that was why so much because I am German and
Zwei is actually just
I
like
would have
the
cherished
super
that.
value because you generate so many puppets like you would out. Like I fought opponents who
Hey,
bought
that
the
too.
Zwei bundle and I was like, bro. Like,
That could be you.
That could have been me. That could be
You
me.
could have had Kermit the
That
Frog
could have
for
been-
free.
Like I literally refuse to use the alt art foresight out of principle. I am not touching it.
Yeah. Next, Supplicant of Destruction, 2/2/2 silver, select an allied color in the field. If you selected one, destroy and deal 2 damage to a random enemy follower. Replicate
5 out
the
of 5.
effect.
5
5 out of 5.
It's-
This is literally like so good. It helps with
The
your
two-
game plan. It helps
two-
with the Psalms. And even outside of them, it's really strong because it helps get rid of stuff. And on Evo, it'll just do really good.
It's
This
also
is
cheap.
literally just 5 out of 5.
You
So-
see, remember the
It's cheap.
4/4
I mean-
the 4 drop when I said like it could have been better if it was like
2 costs.
if it
Cheaper.
had like cheaper
Mhm.
cost. That is exactly what it. They
Yeah,
just
this
made
is-
a better card of it in the same
Yeah, this
set,
is-
which is kind
This
of.
is good. It's cheap. It basically helps you cycle your egg one cycle, which is great. Honestly, good card. Yeah, 5 out of 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's removal.
Hard
Like
card.
it literally helps everything you want for the deck. It keeps you in the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next
it's
we have
3/6,
Field
play.
Scientist, 5/3/4 silver. Fanfare, select a card in your hand, discard it, and draw 3 cards. Okay, that's a take 2 card if I've ever seen a take 2 card in my
it's-
life.
Yeah, very take two.
Cute-
but even
cute
out
girl
of it,
mid
it's
effect.
alright. It's not super crazy.
You know,
but,
maybe I
like,
would run this in
I
puppets
could-
because I just keep not drawing orcas.
I was about to say you can run this in puppets because you can just discard whatever
just
you
got a
want,
puppet.
more or less.
Just got a
and
puppet. Yeah, you
you'll
just
be
got a
good.
puppet.
Like, I personally think this is actually better than using Yudi. It's just the only downside is the cost. Like, if she was 4 costs, oh my god.
Maybe it's a
don't
one
focus
of. It would be fine because like.
It's a one-off.
Yeah,
It's a
Could
one-off.
also just
It's
be like
definitely-
something for
definitely
Jerry, I guess.
But I'm gonna just give it a 2 out of 5.
that's
Just in
yeah.
general.
No, so
That's fair.
you
You know,
basically,
that's fair. That's fair.
basically, right when you post your deck list, you're winning Portalcraft puppet deck list, right? And they see one copy of this card in the deck, and they ask you why. You
I
just
don't
say
draw
it's
Orcus.
me Orcus.
Here's me Orcus. I needed Orcus.
It's me Orcus. Yeah.
Right. We have K. This is the card K was
Speaking of
talking
which-
about, but K left. So we have Wasteland of Destruction, 2 cost silver. This is not soul convert. What is it called for Abyss now? Select an ally card on the field, destroy it. Or if you selected one, destroy and then draw 2 cards. And then when it dies, draw another card.
Okay.
So it's draw 3.
Hey, so remember how we were talking about drawing Orcus?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean this is the draw 3 right here. This is it. The home run. And
Yeah, the only thing is you still need something to get rid of it, else it's gonna be stuck on board because it does not
well,
have
don't
countdown.
you worry about that
Yeah,
because the next card is not that card. Never mind. We'll rate this first.
Yeah,
I give this
but
a
hey,
5 out
you
of
know-
5. I'm not gonna lie.
5 out of 5
Yeah.
instantly
It's
because
also
because
solid.
even
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 out of 5.
no, because you gotta think about this, right? If you can't, but hypothetically, if you don't have if you don't play any other self-destruction cards in the deck, this card can target
Itself.
the next copy of this can target this copy. Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Like,
and that's just another drop. Yeah.
it's draw 3.
yeah. So the first it'll be draw 2 first, right? And then the second one will be draw 3, and the last one will also be draw
Draw
3.
3. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
good.
really solid drop out.
5 out of 5. Next card. Congregant of Destruction. 6/3/3 gold. Destroy X random enemy followers in the field. X is the number of ally cards on the field. Destroy all other ally cards in the field. So basically if you have a full board,
Hello,
destroy
good
4 enemy followers. And yep. As a
Yeah,
6 drop,
Hello,
this is
hello.
solid, I think. Yeah, this is solid.
Hello,
Yeah, it's very solid,
hello, the new best puppet card. Hello, excuse me, it's the new best puppet
Uh,
card.
Best best
Oh,
puppet
yeah,
card because like it really is a counter to
You know, I always believe that like destruction
Mhm.
or not destruction, no, it is destruction. The
yeah, it is destruction.
but it's melody, guys. Melody
Yeah.
is the the playstyle. Like I always thought it was more of an extension to puppet than like its own archetype, because like you can't play it
Yeah,
as own
that's
archetype,
fair.
but you will.
Mhm.
There's not enough cards to fill it out, in my
Like
opinion.
the fact that this helps the main thing. Okay, so here's the thing: like Muppets are good at removing boards, right? But they struggle against anything that's too tall or too wide, right?
Yeah.
Because they only have a limited amount of hand size for the puppets, right? This solves
Yeah.
both those issues because it clears wide and tall. Your opponent has Amalia
While-
plus Super Evolved,
and-
like Amalia Super Evolved. Boom.
And it doesn't cost a
And
single,
stuff you can't attack into in the first place.
and it doesn't cost a single E EP.
It does not cost a
This is
single. Yeah, it's not.
also
It's not
a bit
unevolved. It's all
safer
fanfare.
I'll give it a 3.5
because
out
it's
of
clears
5.
hitting removal.
It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a 4. It's a 4 minimum for me.
Yeah,
This
I
card's
definitely say
insane.
4 too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane. I love this card.
Mhm.
Alright, this is the card I was talking about when you guys were like, "Oh, how do we kill this thing?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, don't we worry because we
Yeah.
have Devastating
True.
Soprano. Select an ally card in the field, destroy it, and summon a White Psalm New Revelation." So this is how you get your extra
fact-
eggs on the
Mhm.
field.
The
this is
fact
Lashana's
that
old
it
There's
form.
two of them.
summons it, the fact that it
Mhm.
summons it for 2,
Yeah.
like mind blown. Like
Yeah.
if they were to make like a mid version of this card, it would just add it to your hand, right? It would just add the
Like
White
you
Psalm
don't
New
even
Revelation to your
have
hand if
to
they make-
like if you want to play like this egg playstyle in puppets, you don't even have to run Lashana. You can just run this because you just need
Just
to kill
play
something
this.
and you get the entire rotation already started.
It's so it's genuinely like I like people like this is the card that I'm talking about when I say save the archetype because the problem with Lashana, the problem when we saw just Lashana was like, oh, we don't have like the damage was too less. How do you solve that the damage was too less? You get more eggs. How do you get more eggs? You have to draw a Lashana and evolve her, and that's a problem, right? Because we can't always draw Lashana and evolve her.
Yeah.
This
Now you
Mhm.
effectively have like 6 copies. Of
now you
Lashana.
effectively
Just don't
have
go too crazy.
actually-
You are board locking yourself. So
You are don't
Yeah,
go
you-
too crazy.
yeah.
You will board lock yourself. But hey, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I in my head, ideally your board looks like 3 eggs and 2 embers. That's what it looks like ideally
Yeah.
on my head.
yeah. If
Right.
you want to go full
Yeah.
all
And this-
in on
And
this
if you're
playstyle.
going, and if you're going for the kill, it's 4 eggs.
If you're going
Yeah.
for the kill, you can get a 4th egg on the board. Yeah. And the thing is with some cards you'll see like and here's the thing, technically, if you board lock yourself before playing this card and you kill something that can't be destroyed, you're gonna like keep the board exactly the same anyways. In case you just want to like pop something to like accelerate your like game time, you know?
And to be fair, if they
Yeah,
Odin one
sure.
of them, then it's just more beneficial for you because you can have
True,
more
Yeah,
board
opening a
Yeah.
board space, yeah.
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 Earlier
like-
on, people said that why would you even play this if people can just like Odin it? But Odin is just effectively
that-
beneficial if they
Yeah.
don't banish it.
I like
Mhm.
this card a lot. This card actually saved the
I
archetype.
honestly
this is
think
such a
this
Yeah.
good card.
playstyle can spiral out of control against certain matchups because like it is just a perpetual
Definitely.
heal and burn, and not I
And
mean
guess
everyone
what?
has healing now. We'll get to that in the last parts, but we have Axia.
Yeah, but guess what? Both legendaries are cute as hell.
Yeah, we have 2 idols.
Yes,
We
yes,
have
they are.
Axia, Heir to Destruction, 3/2/4 legendary. Ward can't be destroyed by abilities. Super evil, deal X damage to the enemy leader. X is the number of other allied cards in the field, and then destroy all other allied cards in the field. So it's a max of 4 damage, 5 damage with her swinging as well. And
Yep.
Mhm.
And in the right scenario, with the right scenario, it is 9 burn damage if all your eggs are black at the same time when you pop.
yep,
Mhm.
so it's a burst swing.
Effectively, this is just
But
again going back
I
to
gotta
ability.
I gotta say though, it
Mm.
is a little bit underwhelming. As
It
kind of like
is-
a win con.
It is
However,
Yeah, it's-
like
That's
with
fair.
how
Me-
much the eggs can spiral out of control, like depending on like the matchup, I get why they were trying to like play it safe with
they
Axia.
had to tone it back. They had to tone it back because if they pushed it a little bit too much, you definitely would have gotten another portal tier 0 with that.
Yeah. I just
Hold
think
on.
I just think
I
maybe
think-
she could have just worked with regular Evo. Like I don't think it was necessary
Yeah,
to use Super Evo.
I
for this one.
think, but I think this form of her is completely fine. I think that with this deck, sometimes, like, first of all, like Lashena, she has the effect that she can't be destroyed by abilities. So if you have her stick around the board, all your other destruction effects won't destroy her, so she sticks around as a board. Super Evolve, like, hey, she does the exact same amount of burn damage as Orcus in the scenario where for black eggs.
Mhm.
And Orcus is a good card. Like she's not as flexible, but she does only cost 3.
Yep, that's true. Yeah, I'd say it's solid, but I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5 because I get why it's like this, but I also can't deny that it's still like
Between the
this, you know.
3.5.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
My only
It is.
like we already read Lashana. My only gripe is like I really hope this deck doesn't just end up being, oh, what's the point of playing Lashana if we can just play Soprano? Because like why would we spend an evolution point for Lashana? And I hope it doesn't come to that because like I like Lashana.
I mean,
Like,
we
I wanna
haven't
play
we haven't
Lashana.
seen we haven't seen we didn't talk about her spell dust, right? We talked about Lashana.
We talked about
spell
Melodious.
dust. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about
I
Melodious.
mean,
already.
I think Melodious is a good card. I think it boring's running Lashana, honestly.
I feel like Lashana is like a 2-of. Like I don't think. Like I feel like she's not the type of card to be like we need 3 of it because like we have Soprano, unless you don't run more Sopranos. But I feel like you would run more Sopranos than Lashanas.
True, but here's the thing. Look. Link. If me and popular Shadowverse YouTubers / streamers / Baton Pro, one thing in common is we're gonna buy the 10 packs from the bundle bonus to get the alt art Lustrina. I'm gonna play her at 3 in a Portalcraft deck. I'm not gonna regret a single thing.
Okay, I don't have the money to
I'm not
splurge,
even like a
so I
portal
can't do that.
main. I'm not even a portal main, but I might honestly like join you on that because that just sounds worth it personally.
Also, can I just say that, like, regardless of anything else, this just looks like a fun deck to play. Destroy your own cards, one damage, destroy. It's just like a really fun, You turn off, it's another one of those like turn off your brains. You play your funny cards. You get a bunch of eggs. You scare all the trans people.
You see,
Yeah.
effectively, the reason why Death Slash was bad was because you keep drawing into it, and then you just have Lashana, who is just, you don't have to worry about bricking from Reapers, and then you die.
Hey, side games. If you could give Reapers Death Slash to Portalcraft, I would really appreciate it. Thanks.
No, that's literally what Lashana does. It gives you Reaper's Death Slash. It's slightly worse for sure because it's like set amount of damage and not just straight up destruction, but like, hey.
It's also random.
It's also
just
random,
like Haven. Yeah, just like Haven, I personally think everything here has its use. I don't think anything is that awful. So I think they're all pretty good. I'd give it a 4.5.
I give it a 4.5.
I give it a 4.5. I give it a 4.5 solely because Field Scientist is a bit iffy. Everything else is playable. Bro.
Yes, fair. That's fair.
Right. Now we've reached the end of the line. It's been 2 hours and 25 minutes, so this video is gonna be really long. Right. So our neutral, the home
people
run.
Have come and gone.
Yep,
people have come and gone, but now we're at neutral.
Let's start with Apostle of Veracity, which should have been Ravenous. I don't know why they didn't choose Ravenous, but it's Apostle of Veracity. 4/2/2. Fanfare is like another follower on the field and give it +4/+4. Yeah, this is a very +4/-4. So this is like a very take 2 or aggro card.
Hey, you know what this looks with? This looks with Forest's Unkilling package.
I mean, yeah.
That's
it's technically more. I feel like this thing is better off as a removal than a buffer.
It is. It's just
-4 is way too
on legs.
Big.
So your that little ambush air that gives you health every time you give something minus defense. This procs that. Izulia players take note. This is not that bad in Izulia Forest.
Or you could just evo Cruel and give her +4.
Or that too, depends on the board state.
That's true.
I do also want to say, very just relating to like the cards' names, there's a slight difference between them, but Voracious and Ravenous are more or less synonymous.
The same,
the only difference is the only difference is Ravenous is more hunger, Voracious is just greed in general.
I just think
Mm.
I
but that
say
is maybe the
Ravenous
only
because
difference. They are the
that
simping.
was the title they chose for Gilnelise, and
In Shadowverse.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
that remained
Yes,
consistent with everything else for the other omens.
but it'd be kind of strange to have something called Apostle of Revenosity. That doesn't feel.
Okay, true. Yeah, that is
that-
a weird name. Yeah.
Maybe it's just
that's
the
probably
unfortunate
why
use of words, but I personally
It
like
could just be
Ravenous more.
translation error, to be honest.
Yeah, but still, that card, good.
Yeah,
Especially in Unkilling Forest, because you can either do like what 6 damage to face or kill something and gain a health point.
I think this card is
exactly.
it's okay. It's okay. Like it's
I
it's
think
a bronze. I think
give
it's
it-
great for bronze.
Give it
I
a English is weird out of 10.
Yes, sure.
I
Out of
give it an
5.
English.
Yeah, Greatness Ascended,
Usually
4
weird out of
cost, bronze, draw 3 cards. If there are no duplicates in your deck, recover 3 play points. So this is mainly for
It's a Jerry
Jerry,
card.
or if you play Tablet of Trials, which is like the
Mhm.
gold card over there. Yeah, this as for Jerry, this is 5 out of 5. It's great. As for general deck, 4 cost, draw 3. I'll give it a 2. Yeah, it's not
Okay,
the
I
end of the
will-
world.
I will talk about something when we get to the tablet, but there's a little thing I wanna talk about with that.
Yeah, so now we have inspirational 1, 2, 1, 3 silver with ward, and whenever an enemy follower super evolves, this one also gets Bane. It's simple. Yeah, it's simple.
Yeah.
I'll give it
I think
like
it's pretty doo-doo.
yeah, you know what? It's I mean, does everyone have one? I guess not everyone had a one. No, I'm gonna give it a 1.5. My lowest rating yet.
It's like a
It's
2.
F, yeah.
I agree. It doesn't really have much use.
Now, meanwhile, though, the
I like
dogged
the-
one, is the
I
3-1.
like to point out her name is the dogged one. Her name is
It's
the dogged
dogged.
one.
It's dogged, okay?
He's dog.
It's
You got that
dogged.
dog in
It's
her.
dogged, okay? Anyways, that's 3-1
It is
rush
dogged, yeah.
that gets Storm and Super Evolved. Now, this card is great. I give this a 3.5 because it kind of flushes out,
Mhm.
like, it's another aggro card, but it flushes out some stuff like, crap, I forgot about it. Like, for example, like, Lashana in Portal, like, if you're missing some burn damage, or like if you're just missing a little bit of damage left to finish off the opponent, like, this is it. Like, this, like, just in
It's
Portal,
zero damage.
or
Yeah.
Puppet Portal too, like, yeah, this just helps, in general.
Yeah.
This
With
is-
any aggro deck or any deck that, like, just needs that last bit of damage to close the game.
Yeah, sometimes in certain decks you just need that little push of a three damage to get there, and this helps you get
The only downside is that
Yeah.
it does need to be in your hand when your opponent super evolves, and they can only do that twice a game. So you kind of have to like, it's kind of like not in your control, but I think it's still good.
Yeah.
But hey, a 3 cost
mean,
3/1 with
even
rush
then-
is not the worst card in
Yeah,
the game.
3 cost 3-1 with rush with a possibility of storm is still really good.
Yeah, I give it a
Like,
3.5.
it's-
like I said.
It's a 3, yeah. It's like a 3.5. Slightly above average, slightly.
Yeah. Now we have
Okay.
the
The
Tablet of
tablet.
Tribulation. So banish all duplicates in your deck. So turn your deck into Highlander, and then you get a free draw every turn.
So here's
Mhm.
what I want to talk about with this specific card, okay? The
Yeah.
thing is, I think that there is a rule where certain combo decks can run this card even when they run duplicates in their deck. It's specifically to just remove the junk from their deck. Right? Like think about like
Oh, yeah.
So I think about it like this, right? If hypothetically, if I decide to play this in Roach, I drew my and I was like, okay, I have enough of the cards I already want in my hand. Let's say I already have like duplicate of like Carbuncle or like I already have Goblet Staff in my hand or something. I can play this card to remove the extra copies of shit I don't want to see to increase my like sure maybe I'll only have one Roach left in my deck, but because I remove everything else, the chances of me drawing that one Roach is a lot higher.
And
Right.
also, I want to remind you, if it's already in your hand or if you already played it or at any point in the game, like that's one less copy it'll banish. So you have already gotten the use out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is right. It's like it also engage draw cards, which means that this card reads to me either as a so you definitely like this card definitely play in Jerry just to draw Jerry faster, but it also reads to me as a hey in certain combo decks this can help you find your combos so much faster as just like because it both removes dead cards from the deck and also draws cards. Because let's be real, most combos and combo decks only requires one copy of the combo card. You're not most combos don't say, hey, have multiple declimbs in your hand to kill your opponent. You just need one declimb and one Titus. You know what this does? This removes every single card that you don't need and leaves you one declimb and one Titus.
Yeah, I definitely think it's like it has potential because it's basically a card
It
that
definitely has
depends on
potential.
your deck and your deck's gimmick and like the way you build the deck. In general, though, I don't see this getting a lot of
It is
use in general. Like,
it is a very situationally good. It's only good in certain situations, but I want people to realize it's not as bad as people make it out to be. There is a scenario where nuking more than half of your deck even is a good thing when you're trying to find very specific cards. Because let's be real, if you're playing like a combo deck, you're not just gonna blind drop this on turn 3 unless you have a perfect hand. You're not gonna just blind drop this on turn 3 and like absolutely ruin the game. You're gonna drop this maybe like turn 6 when you've drawn a lot of your cards. You're like, okay, I just need to find a few pieces. This helps you find it. And furthermore, it turns on that bronze spell into a one play point draw 3.
that's true. If you play them together.
Combo decks love one play point draw 3.
I mean, who doesn't love one play point draw 3?
Yeah, so there is a world out there where certain combo decks, given enough time and development, will play this alongside maybe one copy of that bronze spell.
yeah.
I think it's feasible. I want people to keep an open mind when looking at this card and looking at deck building in the future, because this is such a deck builder's like chokehold kind of deck. Like this deck has like a lot of like the people who love building crazy wacky decks on a chokehold.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
and I am that person. I love building.
In
wacky
general, I would probably rate this a 2 though, just personally for me. But I get what you mean. Like,
Yeah.
I do think it's like I don't think it can shine in certain situations. But for me, I'm just mostly talking about like mostly general situations. So like
Yeah, mostly general situations. It's like a 2. In my heart, though, it will always be like a 4 or 5 because it just opens up so many funky things I can do. I love that card.
yeah, right now we have
Also,
Jerry.
big rock over.
Miera
Jerry!
Bane, Great Manifest, 4/3/3
The
legendary.
funny man.
Fanfare, add a great testimony to your hand, and then evolve, get his crest, and when you get his crest, you replace your deck with the Miera Bane deck and transform the Reaper card at the bottom of the deck into a victory card, which is an auto win thing. And the Miera Bane deck consists of one card of every other card in this set. So not Jerry. Because this set is 77 cards, so not Jerry himself, but you get everything else. And
Yep.
at the end of your turn, you discard your hand that's not Great Testimony and draw 6 new cards every single turn. And Great Testimony is just a 1 play point, destroy an enemy follower. So
Okay.
Jerry, I think Jerry is meme, but like I would like to say that even though I say it's meme, it like actually has a potential to be not quite so meme, just because of
So let's think about it this way.
I personally think you play this starting in Rune because Rune already has so many draw cards, so you just play it with that.
I personally think you play on Abyss just because you get it earliest, but also I want people to look back at this video, right? And think about
we're
how
3
many
hours
cards
in. I
we
have
say.
no idea. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no. I want the viewers to like think back to the video and a card reviewer and think about how many cards we at least gave a 3 or 4 out of 5. Right. And some of them are generically good, not even just like synergistically. So some of them are just like good to just play in general. So the Mirage, the Jeremy deck isn't as bad as people think it is because there's a lot of generically good cards in this set. That there are some misses, but there are like a good amount. I want to say at least 60% of the cards are generically good. And there are
a lot of
cards.
them.
Yeah.
And there's that'll help with like the generic game plan, and the downside is actually getting the more archetypal ones because those can be very hit or miss and helping you.
Yeah, but also do remember there are a decent amount of cards in the set that also say draw a card on them. And every time you draw a card, you're getting faster into that victory card, which is why I think Jeremy isn't as big of a meme as we think. It's another thing to point out. The spell. the spell is a 1 play point targeted removal. Some decks can just play Jerry to get the spell. I think Great Testimony is an amazing card that some decks will just play Jerry, like one off of Jerry, just to get the Great Testimony. And you know what? If you're playing one off of Jerry and you're in a spot where you're in an unwinnable matchup, turn your deck into the Jerry.
Sure. I was gonna say, yo, that scientist card. Draw 3. Discard a
Yo,
card. Literal is right there.
Yo.
And like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
I was about to
the
say, yeah.
you have
Scientist.
the Abyss and the Portal Amulet. The Portal Amulet draws 3. The Abyss Amulet draws 2. Like there are like you can dig. I just think like you're probably
can
still
dig.
not gonna win before turn 10. Like you're gonna win like post turn 10. Like even with all this stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, probably. But I will say, hey, Forest Bros, Roach Bros, if you fight Haven, tech one copy of Disintuitive. Because it turns your unwinnable matchup into a, okay, if I get lucky, I can win this matchup.
yeah. So yeah,
Like,
Jerry meme
my
out of
favorite
10
thing-
or meme out of 5.
Meme out of 10. Meme out of 5, but I will say, it's like for the people who like it, not for the people, it's like for the decks that have like a super unwinnable matchup sometimes, try taking one of them. Try taking one of this into Roach Forest because hey, Great Testament is pretty good on your Roach turn. And if you fight Wardhaven, evolve him and turn yourself into the Jerry deck and try
I
to
would
win off that.
be so impressed if this actually became a thing, because like this would be like the best time for it to be a thing. Whereas like we're not super into power creep, because it's still possible to win with this. So in general,
Also-
for a regular rating, I'll give Jerry a 3 out of 5 because he does work. He's early and his spell is great. So I think
I
there's a chance.
think he's a solid 3 out of 5. He has potential. And I would like to add again for the Forest guys, we have Godwood Staff in the deck that draws more cards. Keep that in mind, okay?
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Forehead.
Yep. And
See,
lastly,
I can cope with that.
our last card of the set, Gilnelly's Ravenous Man. I'm just kidding. Veracity Manifest. It really should have just been Rav. I'm sorry. Like
Look,
that's what the
look,
word they chose. Like, stick with your words.
Like,
Yes.
look, I'm gonna be so real with you. If it still say ravenous, like ravenosity, you know, the ravenous manifest, she can ravage me all day,
Oh
man.
my gosh. Yeah, okay, so fanfare, select another allied power in the field, give it +2, -2, and if both players have max 10 play points, add Ravenous Sweetness of Veracity to your hand, and she has Drain. That was the spell name before, by the way. She has Drain, evolves like a follower on the field, and give it +2, -2. So, essentially, Gilnelly's can either clear something or buff something on your field, which is what she's always done, and then on Evo, she can either clear, quote-unquote, another thing, or she can buff herself to be a 4/3 drain card.
Yeah, before because she just offsets the amount of health.
Yeah, so basically she has like she gives every single deck ability to heal, which is like what she's always done. And now she also
Where's my
gives
DB
every
Cooper?
she also gives every deck a PP burn, which is where spell Sweetness of Veracity, deal 5 damage to a random enemy follower, and then 5 damage to the enemy leader. I will start. She's very good for Repose Haven, which is what I'm calling, or Crest Haven, I guess, because Gilnelly's is a heal card that is that can easily die, so she can clear the board whilst healing you and not conflicting with Marwyn's Crest. And she's an extended burst in the late game because she kills something whilst dealing 5 damage with Marwyn's already 5 damage. And you kind of like get my point here. Like I think like Gilnes is very good. I would rate her 5. I just wish she had like 1 attack.
One
That
attack.
that's
All
kind
right.
of
Yeah.
all I wanted.
Awesome.
All right, I will go next. She is insane in Izuria Forest. 2 things. One,
Oh, yeah.
she gives minus defense. Guess what? That's their whole gimmick, giving things minus defense. Second of all, remember that thing that you can do with the Veracity guy that you can take your little ambush legendary hair to give her
Ravenous.
more attack and a full face?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that with her too. In fact, you can do the exact same thing, or you can split it up, which is good. Third thing, if you hold, like, hypothetically, if you hold her spell in your hand and you hold Izuria's spell for 1 turn, you can play both of them for 10 play points to deal 11 damage to your opponent's face. If you hold it for a little bit more, you can potentially use your board and the 2 spells to deal like 11 damage plus whatever heck you have on your board to the enemy face. This card, I think this is the best unkilling card for Forestcraft. And it's so funny because it's a neutral. This card is genuinely one of the only reasons why I think unkilling might even be tiered. Because unkilling by itself, if you're not playing roach or anything in it, is control that will lose the long game. This helps fix certain points in certain matchups, like Swordcraft, certain like Runecraft stuff. It helps you fix like these small interactions that force like a deck like unkilling force will have a problem with. That makes it a non-issue. You are hard mulling for Gilneas every time you play this deck. It is so good. It is just I do find it so funny. Like I do really find it so funny that she helps unkilling force just because she gives minus defense.
That's always just been her thing. Not always.
Yeah,
actually, not
it's
her
so
first
nice.
form. Her second form was like
No, not her
like
first
that.
one. No, yeah, her first one was that 7 play point one, right?
Yeah.
Like, deck people out.
Okay, I do have one thing to say, or 2 things to say about Gilneas that I don't like. First up, I wish this spell wasn't 5 cost, or at least I wish it healed the leader as well, because like it's 5 cost to deal 5 damage, and well, it's not 5 cost, it's 8 costs because you have to play her, and then you get to play this. So yeah, I do wish it healed, or that it just costed like a little bit less, like maybe 4 would have been nice. But it's fine. I'm okay with that. Gilneas
What
though,
would have been fine on this?
I wish I don't.
Yeah,
It might be a hot take, but I don't really like her artwork this time around. Like I think it's fine, but it's her artwork in the previous form was just so good. Like
okay, to be fair, Gilneas, like I think the thing that like her art not looking as good thing was because she just had like way too many fucking good arts. It's like how do you improve upon something that good? You know,
like she got like 2 alternate promo artworks in Shadowverse Evolve, and they were so like greatly like they were so good. Like
I think they legitimately go for a few $1,000s if you try to get it.
like yeah, like the artwork is like the only miss for me. Like the only like true miss for me. Well, no, actually no, Ravenous. Ravenous is the true miss. Bring back Ravenous.
Yeah. Okay. I think honestly, I think even though her art is worse than her previous ones, it's still good. I still like it. She's still pretty. She's still mommy. Please step up and eat me. Thank you.
Okay.
You know,
Yep.
no,
You know, I
you're
can't
not
even
wrong.
judge you because I was
I-
on my knees with Marwyn, so like can't even judge you in that one.
I would let all of the hot women in this step on me. If I was in a
Oh,
guys, I would let them do it too. But I am very gay, so no guys for
fair
me.
enough.
No,
Fair enough.
no, they're for me.
Top top
Yeah,
three
exactly,
women
exactly.
from top 3 women from this set. Galmew, Gilneas, and the Forest Hair. Thank you. No, I'll take no questions.
Yeah, no. Mine's the forest hair. Who else? Crap. Wait, let me pull this back up again because my computer restarted in the middle of this.
Oh
So I
shit.
will take.
I mean, my top 3 women is Himika, Gilneas, and Lashana. So top 3 women right
Yes,
now.
that makes sense.
Top 3 women.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's probably. Oh yeah. It's Crap. What's the portal hair's name? Axia. Yeah. Axia. Curl from Forest. And I'd probably have to say Shamnacha.
Yeah,
Okay.
some
By the way,
yeah, that's a good one.
By the way, for
Yeah.
all the people calling me a fake Lashana fan for not putting her in my top 3, you gotta understand I main Dragon and I main Forest. Well, Lashana is number 4.
Sorry
Lashana
guys,
is
I didn't
number
put
4, so-
Velharia because I don't like Velharia. Well, I don't like her
Yeah.
effect. I like her lore, but I don't like her
Wait,
effect.
no, actually, no, I got that wrong. Not Shamnacha. Sorry, no. It'll be Octrice because
Octress,
Okay, fair
yes.
enough.
I got to represent Sword. And
Top 3 men.
when we saw her, I was,
Marwyn. I'm just kidding. Marwyn. Sinchiro, and are there any what other relevant men? I swear.
Brunei.
What if I just say Ryo for the funny? Paintbrush Man, my
I mean,
favorite.
okay. Okay. For me, top three men is easily it's Sinchiro, Izudia, and the Dragoncraft heir with the full on body armor.
Yeah,
'cause,
I'll give it.
like,
Yeah,
look,
I'll give it to Sinchiro, Marwin, and the Dragon Heir. If that's even a guy.
like, look, okay, look,
Is that a guy?
look,
I don't know.
I mean, it's voiced by Zeno Robbins. I think it's
Yeah, it's Xeno, so it's either it's either a guy or a masculine NB. Either way.
Yeah.
either way. Look, don't get me wrong. Like, hot dudes in suits
Actually,
are
wait,
hot,
I
but
love
a
how you
hot
were
dude in
blanking.
armor, a hot dude in armor is just.
Mm-hmm.
I love how you were blanking, but Jerry's right there.
Jerry's
Jerry. But
Look,
other people have always
don't get
been
me
more
wrong.
attached to Jerry than me. Than I.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Jerry is great, but Jerry is more like a. I would go out to have drinks with you on a Sunday afternoon than I want you in bed company kind of guy.
Good thing we're 3 hours in, so people don't judge.
Look,
At this point in the video.
It's 3:47 a.m. I'm glad I took tomorrow off for my day off, or else I will have to wake up in 2 hours. It is 3:47 a.m.
I don't have
like
class
I am
tomorrow, so
like
that's why I was able to do this right now.
yeah. Say I don't have work tomorrow. That's why I'm able to do this. I am deranged. I'm
have
seeing
work
hard.
in like an hour.
All right, well then let's
am-
wrap this up, guys. So, thank
Yeah,
you guys
we-
so much. If you've arrived this point by somehow running this in the background, or if you've skipped to this point because you did, I don't know. I don't blame you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I don't really expect it to go well, but I just really wanted to do a review. We'll be looking back on this at the end of this expansion, so in October. Is that correct? Yeah, in October we'll be looking back on this and see how wrong we were, or maybe we were actually correct. I really hope I'm correct about the Haven stuff. They all read good, so I really hope they perform well. Yeah.
Overall, as a set, I do really like the set. I think they
Great
explored
concept.
several-
I love the concept of the set.
great
I
concept.
also absolutely love the concept.
Some executions felt a little bit short compared to others, but otherwise, I love this set. They expanded upon the
lore?
card design
Oh, the
space,
card design.
the lore, like the card design space. I do both. of
I
those.
recommend
like-
reading
I like
the
that-
lore. I've already started reading. They're in the flavor text or the flavor text of the cards, and there's a lot of interesting stuff. It continues from Shadowverse 1 set called Omen of Storms. So it's a complete continuation from like where we left off in that set. So
Yeah,
I'm very excited.
and I swear to God, I will actually post a video within set 3. I will do something. I swear, I'm not gonna procrastinate for an entire expansion. Like I know because it's just like, I streamed for a good chunk of set 1, right?
Right.
And then going to set 2, I did not stream at all because I genuinely could not bring myself to stream me losing to Runecraft 4 hours
Yeah, I
live
get that.
suicide. But this set genuinely looks good. I promise if you go to the Saint Erica YouTube channel,
I mean, I can link it below later.
and I will stream sometime on Twitch too. I'll send you links or something.
Yeah. To wrap this up, don't worry, guys. I will be making content for this set, of course. My first video is probably going to be repost Haven, my first draft and everything. I'm also participating in the next SBO qualifier, just to test the deck. Like I haven't done like any major practice or anything, and especially since it's the first week of the set, so we really don't know what's good or not. But yeah, I really want to test repost Haven, and I hope to give you guys that video very soon.
Yeah. Also, for people who did listen to the song, I will also be joining the SBO qualifier in September. And heads up, I will be just locking in Forest and Abyss. I will just play Forest. It's either Forest and Abyss or Forest and Dragon. So if you guys listen to the song, congratulations. On the off chance you do match up into me and you are watching this video, you know exactly what I'm playing. Have fun.
All right. Any last Like,
Oh, actually,
last
wait.
one?
I do have one last thing. to add that's related to Shadowverse. In the new Vanguard set, Super Brief Detonation DZBT09, the box topper for the set is the Lyria Shadowverse crit.
Oh yeah.
We got
Yeah, we
box
got it in
toppers back, but
English.
it's the fucking.
It's the
We got
freaking
it in English, yeah.
And
I
Misty, you have
will be
any
buying them.
final things to say?
I'm still debating if I will be part of the SVO.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too sure about that. I want to, but
It's a time
you
commitment.
might know that.
It's very long.
Yeah.
All right, if that's everything, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video if you've made it this far, and I hope you guys have fun in Heirs of the Omen, and stay tuned for more content in the future, because I will be making videos, don't worry guys. So bye bye.
I
Oh,
swear
and
I'll upload.
don't forget to
I'll
tell
swear I'll
me
stream and
like
upload.
what deck or what deck you're looking forward to this expansion. Right, see you guys, bye bye.
Hey, tell me who your favorite woman is from Shadowverse.